Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's the light, delicious, refreshing John Reed and the filling will hold you and massage you, Cody McClure, with the P team, which means pretty damn sexy. Sam Beard and Bubba Bad News Bubba coming to you on this Friday morning here in our fair city, Knoxville, Tennessee. Postseason baseball, postseason softball. It's a good time of year. Cody McClure, how are you?
Pretty good, John.
Sam Beard, how are you?
Doing good. Solid day yesterday. Great dub for the Lady Vols.
That fired me up.
Yeah, that fired me up too.
Did feel a little dumb because I do think I assumed that Carlin Pickens was going to get the starts, and then we get out there, and I mean, she pitched, but I was waiting. I was like, I want to see how she goes, and then it's like, oh nope, not starting her. Going to bring her out of the bullpen still. Going to stick with the regular season plan. And then when she did come in, it wasn't like she was super locked in, anyways. But that's good. That tells me it's a different team than it was last year, where she's got some help.
For sure. Get off to that hot start. You know that we always felt it when we went to Omaha with the men's baseball team. Just getting that first win is obviously a huge step in the right direction. So getting off to a good start there in Oklahoma City, huge for the ladies. Nice hate watch on the Thunder last night. Watching them just get their teeth kicked in Game 6.
It's more so, honestly, an equal hate watch for the Spurs for me.
Really? Are you?
Well, it's just ever since I got back from my trip, ever since I touched back down in the States, I haven't been able to be on the right side of this series. And it's not like I'm betting on the Thunder, but it's like Game 2, I take the Spurs plus 7.5. Oh, they lose by 9. Game 3, I take the Spurs money line. They get out 15-0 lead, then lose. Game 4, don't bet. Because I was like, Wemby's tired. Wemby looks cooked. He goes off, goes crazy. Game 5, bet on the Spurs. They lose. Game 6, last night, no bet. Because I was like, you know what? These young guys look cooked. De'Aaron Fox can't move. Dylan Harper can't move. Thunder have been here. Maybe the experience wins out. I'm not betting against them, but I'm not betting on the Spurs. Then, of course, they kick ass again. Game 7, who knows? Maybe I'll be tantalized to bet on the Spurs again in Game 7. I'm going to try not to.
At least you didn't bet on the Wemby scoring prop. I saw that his scoring prop was like 28 points, and then they pulled him with 9 minutes left in the game with 28 points.
Okay, well, when I saw it was 27.5.
Okay.
Like minus 120. So like maybe somebody else had done like an alternate line to get plus money or whatever. But, honestly, I feel like you should be thankful you even got to 28 points because he had 26 at the end of the fourth quarter, and they were killing him, and I thought they were going to take him out, him and Castle, and kind of let them only come back in the game if it got close. But they let both those guys start the fourth quarter and kind of make sure the lead didn't go away. Cody McClure, what's up, dog?
Oh, how's it going, everybody? Good to be here. Good to be anywhere.
Good to see you.
Doing good.
What's the latest? What's the greatest?
Well,
did you win a parlay last night?
No, I actually didn't bet on anything last night, which was rare for me. But I was. They had a concert at the arena last night, so
my old lady was there.
That, yeah. Did she enjoy it?
Yeah, she said it was funny.
Yeah,
Nate Bargatze.
Yeah, a lot of.
She went with her mom, her mom's friend.
A lot of good Christian folk.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got.
Yeah, that's.
Do they need to Uber?
Yeah, more than I thought, actually. Well, some people came in from out of town. I had people from Denver, Kentucky, and Rogersville, Tennessee. You know where that's at?
Rogersville, Tennessee? No, I don't think I do.
If anybody can tell me what county Rogersville is in, I'll give you $5.
I've heard of Rogersville, Tennessee, but I'm trying to think of what context I heard it in.
Not once you Google it, Bubba. I mean right now.
I can't look up all the counties and then pick one?
I'm going to guess Hawkins.
Oh, Well, how about that, Sam? Unfortunately, you guys weren't able to answer it when I asked the question.
Are you sure?
And I know you got Gemini over there, or one of those things. Gork, Siri. She's probably outdated, isn't she? She's old news. Well, she still responds. How you doing, hon? So Hawkins County.
I was gonna guess Crockett.
Yeah, close. Yeah. So anyway, it's all good here.
Great night for the Air Corgi. You know that? Have you seen this? This dog is nailed.
Oh yeah,
this dog has nailed all 6 games so far.
I think it's pronounced Corgi.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I was just saying that.
Yeah, the Air Corgi is 6 for 6 so far in his predictions for this Thunder Spurs series. He's got Spurs in 7. Or she.
I get suckered into animals that pick games really easily.
I'm sure there's a lot out there that aren't hitting it, but this one I saw before Game 5, and then he got Game 5 right, and then Game 6.
This is the guy on the stairs with like the 2 buckets, and then he kind of taps the ball with his nose, and it goes into one bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my first tweet I see when I open up Twitter on my For You page is Spurs Culture tweeting, "This little MFer better be right." So the Air Corgi is a lot of pressure on him for the Spurs to perform in Game 7. Bubba, you good over there?
It's some of that sort, yeah.
Some of that sort, yeah. What the hell does that mean?
Something to that sort, yes. I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah.
How'd you sleep last night?
Better.
I tried to go to bed early. It didn't really work out for me. I couldn't really fall asleep.
I found a new annoying song.
I'd set my alarm at 6:15, and then after like laying in bed for like 30 minutes, I just rolled over and I was like, that's not gonna happen. Let's turn it back to 7:12. That's what time my alarm. Usually I wake up before, but that's what time the alarm comes on.
Should have moved your eyeballs left and right.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking. I was yapping. See, that's the problem. See, I didn't go to this weeknight comedy show, but my old lady did, and she said he didn't even start till 9:00. She said the doors open at 7:30. He had 3 openers. The first opener didn't even go on until 8:15. So like Bargatze didn't go on until 9. Then of course you got to get out of G10. You got to get back home. You got to do all this stuff. So she came in at like 11 o'clock, still overstimulated, just yapping. Got in bed.
Go with
her mom, and her mom's friend already said that. Then she got in bed and just was yapping. So then I couldn't go to sleep.
Did you tell her to quit yapping?
No, because it's the first time we'd seen each other. You can't just get there and be like, "Hey, shut up." When you see somebody for the first time of the day, you gotta placate them. Now, I wanted to tell her to quit yapping because I was tired.
Man, you're really riled up at 11:30 this night, huh?
I got tired at about 10:20, and I was like, okay, time for me to go to bed. And my dog won't come to bed unless she's there. He was sitting at the window waiting for her. I didn't move him, so I'm getting ready for bed, and I lay there, and I'm like, okay, maybe I know I'm not going to fall asleep before she gets home. So I was kind of just stuck in purgatory, stuck in limbo, just waiting. And then she got there, and then, she wanted to yap.
Stuck in Rogersville?
Stuck in Rogersville.
Being stuck in purgatory, that's nothing to joke about.
Hawkins County. And, so, like, I didn't.
People that spend an eternity there.
I didn't get her to shut up till about 11:30, 11:45. So then, like, by then I rolled over and was like, time to turn the alarm off, not getting up at 6:15. What song have you found that you want to tell us about?
What's that?
You said something about a song you found?
Oh, I found a very annoying song. It's by something called Pink Pantheress. Have you guys heard of this?
If it's stateside, we're going to fight.
You could be my American. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, that's what it is, Bubba. You like that?
Yeah, because I listen to you.
All right, terrible. Square up, Bubba.
It's a terribly annoying song.
Come over here and square up.
I have a very...
When I look at you.
Ha, ha, ha. I have a very distinct good or bad when it comes to pop songs. It's either good, catchy, or just god-awful, and this one is in my awful category. But if you like it, that's fine.
Bubba with the false promises and empty threats.
That's what I do.
That was a part of the conversation in college football yesterday. We'll dive into that after the break. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends should. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
I'm just being honest.
Back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Yesterday gave me one of my favorite college football stories in a long time. There's part of me that wants to quit Texas Tech and hate quit Texas Tech, and then they do what they did yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? Actually, they're kind of cool. Where Texas Tech responds to Steve Sarkisian and Texas's claims about their schedule being so soft and yada, yada, yada. Texas Tech is now going with the ultimate bluff of trying to schedule a game week 1. By the way, do you think this guy looks like Bob Baskerville right here?
From right here, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I really looked at him up close, but,
yeah,
just when you show me that, yeah.
He's right there in the thumbnail. Looks like Bob.
Guy's a little pudgy.
Yeah, it's not a perfect thing. I just looked at the face and I was like, oh, look how
just from a distance.
Yeah.
But I think Bob might take offense to because that seems like that guy's a little pudgy.
Well, I'm not saying Bob couldn't whip that guy's ass, but I'm just saying it just kind of looked like Bob.
I see what you mean there.
When I glanced at it.
I see what you see.
But Cody Campbell and Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire are laying down the gauntlet. Joey McGuire says, hey, you're right. Abilene Christian, that's not a very tough opponent. Neither is your week 1 opponent, Texas State. How about Texas Tech pays both of those schools to cancel their game, and then we can play week 1. We'll foot the bill for you. We'll pay for it.
That's cute. But if I'm Texas, I would be like, I have a game against Ohio State. and then I have to play an SEC schedule.
Well, yeah, that's why it's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, but like Texas Tech acting like Mr. Tough Guy, like, okay, you want to talk about us? We'll play you. Yeah, we'll play you week 1. We'll play our one tough game of the schedule on our schedule against you.
That's what they're saying.
I didn't find it to be cool quite as much as you did, just because.
Well, you're an SEC homer, like you.
Well, I know who
you were. SEC.
I know who
all
Texas is playing.
Yeah, sure.
They're already playing Ohio State.
Yeah.
No, it ain't just SEC.
Well, you're an SEC guy.
Well, that may be true.
You're SEC, Cody. SEC.
That may be true, but they're also playing Ohio State.
Sure.
I mean, if I'm Texas, I'm like, no, we're not going to play you.
And that's what Texas is going to do. It's just going to make Texas look like yellow-bellied cowards.
Yellow-bellied cowards playing Ohio State and a SEC league schedule?
Yep.
I don't believe so.
It's going to make them look like cowards.
I don't think so.
You can't go poking the bear. All Texas had to do was not open their mouth about Texas Tech.
Well, that's a different discussion.
No, it's not.
Steve
It's
Sarkisian.
connected. No. The conversation is connected.
And
Texas,
it's the fact that he said he could beat them with their backups.
Well, he didn't say he could beat
starters.
Texas. To be fair, he didn't say he could beat Texas Tech with his backups. He said he could beat Texas Tech's schedule, which are two different things. But he did invoke their name. He did call them out to the carpet.
No, Texas don't owe them anything.
Yeah, they're cowards. It's fun. Yellow-bellied.
They're playing Ohio State.
They cry about that too.
You can't call Texas cowards when, most of the teams around the country are getting tough games off their schedule. Like, at least Texas is going to play.
Well, no, Texas is going to play because it's at Texas. Like,
they played in Columbus last year.
Well, right, and then they cried about it all year and said they were never going to schedule
they didn't
any.
Cry about it.
Yeah, they did. They said they were never going to schedule any.
They got screwed.
Well, I mean, you could say they got screwed, but they still cried about getting screwed. And they said they were never going to make any big non-conference schedules ever again. They said, well, we're going to get our return game and get our money from Ohio State coming to Texas. But
Texas Tech acting like Mr. Tough Guy, saying, okay, yeah, we'll play one hard game. We'll play you, Texas. I'm sure you would feel that way if you had Hawaii scheduled every weekend.
Well, to be fair, they're not asking them to play after they play Ohio State. They're not saying, hey, let's play week 3. They're saying, hey, let's play week 1.
It would be so stupid from Texas's standpoint to just ignore that. Be like, let the Lubbock people continue to rain mud. Let them yap.
And that's what they'll do. They'll just lose bragging rights against Texas Tech.
Texas don't owe anybody anything.
They did all that talking, and now they're going to be like, well, no, see, the way our schedule sets up, no, we don't want to play you, Texas Tech. We're scared.
What talking did they do other than saying they could beat Texas Tech's schedule with their backups?
That's pretty big. I mean, like, bringing that up at a press conference unsolicited is talking trash.
Sark has been making some comments lately. I'm sure the AD doesn't really appreciate them being, or maybe he's all about it. I don't know. But I just, I don't know. I don't see any reason for them to add another hard game.
Well, they're not going to.
No.
But Texas Tech gets to look like they tried to play Texas, and Texas will look like cowards. The implication that Steve Sarkisian and Texas made, the insinuation they made was that they didn't view Texas Tech as an actual, like, real legitimate team. That was the point of coming out and talking about their schedule. Like, yeah, some other teams in our state, they'll be in the playoffs because of the schedule they play. Hell, I think that don't mean they're any good. We could beat their schedule with their second and third string. Now, we can't beat them head to head. We can't beat Texas Tech just on a field, but we could beat their schedule. We could beat Sam Houston.
You don't think they can beat Texas Tech? Texas?
I don't think they would have last year. I ain't seen the teams this year.
Well, Texas Tech not going to have a quarterback.
Yeah. I think Texas Tech would have beat them last year.
I wonder how these blind transfers are gonna play out.
Well, that's a new wrinkle too, because that was also a pretty funny story. As the NCAA is like, trust me, guys, you don't want to get on my bad side when it comes to blind transfers, which is just leaving your school and going somewhere else. We're going to punish you for that. And then yesterday, you get the story coming out of UCLA where their quarterback, Carson Gordon, who apparently runs like a 4.2 and is actually like a really good track athlete. He says, well, I'm entering the transfer portal, but I'm entering the transfer portal as a track athlete. Now, I'm still going to play football, but I'm entering the transfer portal as a track athlete. And track schools, feel free to call me. I'm only going to entertain you if you also have a good football program. But call me.
It's a nice loophole.
It was a really good loophole, to be honest. Like, that was – I didn't see that one coming.
You said he's a cornerback?
Quarter.
At UCLA?
Yeah.
So Nico's back up?
Yeah, I mean, I think he is I want to say he's a young quarterback. I want to say he's a freshman. Maybe he's
a quarterback running a 4.2?
That's what they say. Now, I mean, he's not like a big-time quarterback prospect. You know, he's a 3-star. So, like, I don't know if this is actually like a player that matters. Like, I don't know if he's somebody that's actually going to move the needle anywhere. Like, I don't think he is going to. He might not even be worth the trouble when it comes to these other schools. Because I don't think he's going to be in anybody's plans in terms of actually getting on the field and playing quarterback. But apparently he is really fast. Like, he's a legitimate track.
Well, he can work him out somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to find something for him to do.
I mean, anybody running a 4.2 is worth bringing in for something.
My buddy brought up the point and wondered if Chaz Coleman could throw shot put at all.
Yeah, maybe discus.
Yeah,
maybe that's probably something he'd be good at.
Yeah, Ohio State. You got your room on your roster. He's transferring to play golf up there. He can barely break 100. Got a spot for him?
Yeah, and his handicap is mental.
You can't say that about people claiming mental health issues.
It was a golf reference.
I'd say it's more of a 19 handicap.
Lack of hustle is how I feel about his handicap. But lack of hustle.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. I'd take that 4.2 guy, just have him return kicks, or punts, or something like that, probably.
You could find something for him to do at wide receiver, I'm sure.
Yeah, a little fast guy
there. Run.
Yeah, put him in the slot. Run deep. I don't know if he can catch, though.
What you ordering over there?
Coffee. I didn't have time to stop. I was actually perfectly on time, and then somebody wrecked at Dutchtown. I don't know what happened. Some lady was sideways in the road, and there was an ambulance and 2 cops, and nowhere to even squeeze through. I said, "Oh, great."
I've been seeing way too many abandoned cars that are just pointed in the opposite direction of the road recently.
Yeah, people can't drive at all. It's the influx of certain.
Like, I was driving down the highway the other day, and this guy was just got out of his passenger side door, facing the wrong direction, just coming into traffic on the highway. I was like, this guy's about to get smoked.
Was he trying to like go help his buddy? I saw somebody like come like last I saw was a car facing the wrong way, trying to like hook up his battery to like help his friend who had like, had at the car.
He was the only car out there, so I don't know.
Like on the interstate?
Yeah.
Well, there's that story I saw last night about a guy killing 4 people, drunk, getting on the interstate the wrong way and hit
that happens like once a year. I feel like.
Well, my good friend Corey Gunkel. I don't know if you remember him or heard me talk about him at all. He used to cover Tennessee up here with Inside Tennessee. That happened to him as he was going home. I mean, he was in the hospital. He almost died. I mean, like it almost got him, but he was able to recover and bounce back. But I want to say it was like Cinco de Mayo, and he got hit going back to Mississippi.
Somebody drunk.
Yeah, a woman drunk with no lights on either. Just got on and just
wearing a sombrero.
I don't know if she had a sombrero on or not, but
had 11 margaritas and decided to get behind the wheel.
That was scary. I was, we were texting all the time in the group chat and stuff, and then he just didn't answer for like 3 days, and we're all like, "You good? Hey, you dead?" And then finally he responds like, "Almost," and like sent a picture of him in the hospital, like just hooked up to all these wires, and just it's crazy.
Yeah, people are whacked out there.
People are whacked out there.
You gotta have your head on a swivel always.
Stay in your lane.
Yes, literally.
Steve Sarkisian, let that be a lesson to you, buddy.
Speaking of drunk drivers,
stay in your lane. Nah, he's never. I don't think he's ever been in trouble for driving, has he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
I don't think he has any
throwing out these accusations.
Let's not put it past him, though.
He liked to party. That's still one of my favorite stories was his big long receipt on his visit or on his work trip up when he was at Washington. Just going through all the tequila shots and stuff him and his buddies had drank. That's still one of my favorite stories. But
yeah, he liked to party. I get it.
I wonder if this will be a part of the new Protect College Football Act where they're saying
part of Alcoholics Anonymous, like Steve Sarkisian.
What was that, Bubba?
In this article by SI, he talked about how he's an active member of the Alcoholics Anonymous.
Well, it doesn't sound like it's very anonymous.
Well, that's up to the person to decide that, isn't it?
Sounds like he's out in the open.
Yeah, if we know about it.
That was a part of the new Congress bill that's going to try to quote unquote protect college sports. They have a part of that bill that says that they are trying to protect regionalism. That's something you've really wanted.
Yes.
But as a part of trying to protect regionalism, they have the ability to basically make schools that are close to each other play each other.
Well, it feels kind of natural, how stupid must it have felt as the ACC commissioner when you saw Cal and Stanford flying across the country to play a baseball game in North Carolina just to both fly right back home.
Yeah, we didn't go too far into detail on the Save College Sports Act, but a part of it was I did find that part interesting because it's basically hey, we got this piece of legislature piece of legislation.
Sound it out.
We got a part of this in here that says, hey, we kind of want to put everything back the way it was. And we're going to try to make this a league, a unified league, kind of like how the NFL doesn't split up their league when it comes to TV money. The AFC East doesn't get to charge a different rate than the NFC East, which the NFC East, of course, would be the benefit, the benefactor there in terms of making more money. But the NFL is unified. All 32 teams get the same piece. In this Save College Sports Act, they have a piece in there that says, hey, we can pull all this TV money and try to be more equal. Now, we can work out the deals where, the SEC and Big Ten schools can still get a little bit more, but how about we just sell our TV rights as a unified sport? What do you think about that? And apparently they have I think they only have to have 75% of the teams vote for that. And to get to 75% of all of their 130 teams, they don't have to have the SEC or the Big Ten vote for that. Now, a part of that is they have to come to an acceptable agreement. They can't force the SEC and Big Ten into doing it, but if they vote for it, they then can negotiate a fair cut for the SEC and Big Ten and try to be like a unified entity.
Well, it seems like it makes good sense, but yeah, the SEC and Big Ten, I don't imagine would want to go along with it.
No, probably not. Not unless they get just a huge piece of the pie. But even then, if I'm them, I'd like to keep my autonomy and be able to go and negotiate on my own. But if they do end up pulling the rights, they then can, just basically the government, the committee can start making these rivalries play again.
Well, there has to be a governing body, and you can't just let the SEC and Big Ten continue as if it's the wild, wild west, because I'm sure if you polled the NFL owners, I'm sure Jerry Jones would much rather have his own TV deal. He could make a hell of a lot more money if he didn't have to adhere to those guidelines.
Yeah, I'd say you're right.
I'm sure the big market, I don't know what another good example. The Cowboys are the best example. I'm sure Jerry could have probably made double what he's made over the years with that.
It is cyclical. I don't know if the Cowboys brand would have carried them through the 2000s when they kind of stunk. So they did have some protection of being, with the rest of the league. But if you're good, when the Cowboys are good, especially.
Well, they're just always, it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, but I just don't know how much people want to watch them when they're 3-5 or 3-6. I don't know if it'd be worth, breaking apart for that.
Do other leagues have a similar?
The NBA does.
Yeah, I assume they have similar. I know baseball is complicated when it comes to TV.
Yeah, baseball is a lot more regional, and they have their own networks and all that. I don't know exactly how, but they still have like their distributing rights, and they get money from all that. So yeah, it's a little bit of both, because in the MLB, I feel like the Yankees own the Yes Network, so they kind of get it. I've always thought of it as a cycle where those teams like own the local channel and then like make money off of it, and depending on how that does, they can put more money into the team or whatever.
Yeah, because some brands are just worth more than others.
But like in the NFL, the Titans don't own a local like channel. They don't ask you to stream on cable. It's just here it is on CBS or Fox.
1 p.m. CBS. Yeah. Enjoy.
1 p.m. every week.
Yes.
Except 2 this year. You can set your watch to it.
Enjoy your 1 p.m. game. Are the other 2 are just 4 p.m.?
Yeah, we're just on the West Coast for one of them.
It's a shame, no prime times. Next year, though. Hey, next year.
Next year will be the year.
New stadium be open.
Next year will be the year. New stadium will be open. We'll be coming off of a playoff appearance. It'll be great.
That's the best a man can hope for.
It is.
The best a man can get.
It is the best the man can get.
Gillette.
Putting a bow on the SEC conversation, it does appear that coming out of the spring meetings, coming out of their beach trip, the idea of a 16-team playoff is reportedly dead. It seems like the SEC has kind of pissed everybody else off enough that it's like, hey, we're going to 24, we're staying at 12. Pick your poison.
I wonder if Tim Hill saw any of the SEC folks down there. He was in Florida.
Yeah, I don't think he was in the same place.
He was close, though.
Yeah.
Panama City to Destin. I had lunch with him and the boss man yesterday. He was telling me a very interesting story. You may have already heard it from Tim.
Yeah.
It's kind of a personal story.
He also said he was at the beach for 3 days and ate at one restaurant 4 times.
He told me that, yep.
Which seems kind of crazy, but I actually kind of respect it.
Kind of rocks, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he said I ate lunch there, I ate dinner there. I came back, he's like, ate dinner, thought it was really good.
Hell,
went back the next day and got lunch.
We loved it.
That's the best damn wings I ever had.
Last night he shared with me the old, some guy out in Coreyton, like an old, local comedian named Jason Bean. Anyways.
Did he open for Nate Bargatze?
Yeah, or is it just somebody Tim discovered that he likes?
Nah, it's just
this guy's funny as hell. Hell, I was laughing. Making me laugh.
Sam, send us a break. It's TalkSports on Fan Run Radio.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox. Fox Sports Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
School is out, so let's kick off summer with your Knoxville Smokies. Next week is a huge week for your Smokies. He's back. It's the king himself. It's Elvis night on Thursday. Get your herd together because it's Chick-fil-A night on Friday with postgame fireworks. Live wrestling and fireworks for wrestling night on Saturday, and Sunday, it's our kids' summer kickoff. Yes, it's June 7th. 6-7. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
There is a light that shines.
On the room, let's gauge your level of interest in the Chas Coleman story at this point.
0.
2
Is your 2 out of 100 or 10, Bubba?
out of 100.
You're 2 out of 100? Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about these kids getting paid now.
Okay. But any of the kids?
Except Big Bad Deshaun Bishop.
He's the only player on the team you care about?
Yep.
Do you still care about college football as much?
Now, I've kind of cared for it since these guys are making a lot of money and pulling off antics like this. I just check out.
Bubba says his giving am's busted.
Hopefully, I'm back up to like a 75 by the time the season starts. But
Cody, you're interested in the Chas Coleman story at this point?
I am also done caring.
Feels like it burned out pretty quickly.
The Chas Coleman scenario to me is how you feel about Lane Kiffin. Just like let me know when it's over type of thing, and I don't care one way or the other. Just let me know when it happens type of thing.
Okay.
Same here. I just get mad if I think too much about it because I want to blame it on Heupel, and I don't know if that's fair. So I'm trying not to care.
Let me know in the chat what level of interest you guys have in it. You could go 0 out of 100 because, I mean, it is the kind of evergreen talking point right now. It's the story that's still kind of lingering out there that you can always go to. And I would say at this point, it's the biggest Tennessee football story that's currently going on, right, in terms of actual stuff. There's no new developments in the quarterback position. There's nothing really else going on. There's no drama. There's not I haven't even really seen any big recruiting updates. We're just kind of waiting. We're just kind of in that lull. So for better or worse, Chas Coleman does seem to be the biggest story when it comes to Tennessee football. So if you want to talk Tennessee football, it kind of starts there. I find it interesting, but probably not for the same reasons. I found it interesting early on because of the NIL implications of just another high-paid player that Tennessee is going to not get on the field. And when you're budgeting money and you're spending your money on your roster year in, year out, we seem to just not be able to maximize what we're doing. And that feels like a recipe for failure. it's not a salary cap sport per se, but like if Tennessee has $30 million to spend on a roster and we waste $2, $3, $4 million of that every year, it does become hard to compete.
Yeah, please, Sam. Please.
I don't know that it's directly related, but like, do you feel like I know that we've brought up like the GM conversation among Tennessee football. Like, do you think some of these situations don't play out the same if you have that, or do you just think do you think hiring someone like that can kind of sniff some of those players out and say, yeah, he's a good player, but I don't know if he's worth the headache of $3 million?
I saw some people asking about the GM. I guess I'd have to have more details before I could give an answer. Like, Sam, in your scenario, does the GM have complete autonomy to make decisions? Like, can the GM be like, hey, you're out of here, we're cutting you? Or is it still going to be like, hey, it's a team where we got to go and Heupel ultimately makes the last decision? Because if Heupel is ultimately making the last decision, I don't know if that changes anything.
Right. I think that's what makes it difficult, is that I'm sure it varies program to program. I'm sure there's some people that maybe, like I look at that Oklahoma guy who left the Senior Bowl or whatever, I would imagine that he kind of has some say over that roster because he's kind of has like the personnel background.
I agree, but I just don't think he has final say.
Sure.
Like, like Lombardi was at North Carolina with Belichick. I imagine Belichick still making the final say of like, no, we're keeping this guy or no, we're not. Because like,
I just wonder if maybe that third voice is could be the difference maker of, all right, you've got Heupel who says we need difference makers on the D line. Jim Knowles is coming in and says, hey, this can be a rollover guy from the last system that I have some confidence in. And then maybe that GM's like, $3 million, like he kind of seems like a head case. We could maybe go get same production for $1.5 million somewhere else.
Yeah, like I'm always going to err on the side of Tennessee needing a GM or Tennessee needing somebody, GM or not, because I do think there's somebody over there that's been kind of tasked with being the GM. You need a bad cop. Like, Josh Heupel's program just needs a bad cop. Josh Heupel's cool dad.
I'm a friend to everyone.
And like the thing about cool dad is he's cool. He's not going to be too hard on you. He's not going to be too mean.
Come on, buddy. It'll be okay.
But sometimes you need the strict bad cop to come in there and make sure that you're actually taking care of your business. And if not, you get punished. That's my read on it. So, like, from an NIL perspective, I was interested in the Chaz Coleman story just because I think it's just another example of the last 3 or 4 years. At this current point in time, I'm interested in the Chaz Coleman story, but it's more so from an angle that most people probably don't care about. I'm interested in it because of the media aspect of it, the media angle. Like, it's crazy to me to watch the way this has changed over the last couple of days.
Once the national guys got involved?
Yeah, like once the national guys got involved, like this, the War Room comes out on VolQuest every Friday, and like reading what Brent Hubbs wrote about it, to me is just like, what the hell? Like literally 4 days ago, like there was no problems. And now like, it's like, they're basically saying like, hey, like this isn't going to happen. I'll just read this. This is me reading the War Room from VolQuest, just a little snippet of it. Essentially, he's setting the scene that, look, Chaz Coleman hasn't really done any football activity with the Vols since the first week of spring practice. But this part right here, quote, for the players in the program, there's no focus on Coleman, given he hasn't been a part of things and he's not a proven player, having only played 150 snaps last year. The fact is they haven't viewed him as a teammate in a while. Like, just that part right there, like, that's crazy to me that we've gone from, no, we expect him to be back on campus, Tennessee's standing by him, yada, 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 to like, well, actually, no. Not only is he not very good or proven, he's only played 150 snaps, which, by the way, why are we giving $3 million to a guy that's only played 150 million snaps, allegedly, reportedly, but also like
150 million snaps.
Why are you telling me the team hasn't viewed him as a teammate in a while? Because that seems like he's, quote, not on the team.
Well, and why didn't you tell us about this beforehand? If this was the case, why didn't you let us know? They're acting as the PR arm of the university.
So, like, that part of the story is interesting to me. And look, I understand the game, and I understand that, even we do it to an extent. there's stuff that we hear that we can't necessarily talk about or that we don't always talk about, just because there is some truth to the idea that you don't need to just like needlessly rock the boat and get people worked up.
Right.
Not every little bad rumor has to be talked about, because usually it's going to work itself out, or it might not matter.
No, but if you consider yourself to be a journalist, you also have a duty to report the truth.
I think so to an extent, but also I hate, and it's not just them. It happens everywhere. It happens in the NBA. You see it every year after a team gets knocked out of the playoffs, especially when something bad happens. They'll start writing about bad things. You saw it with the Bucks this year. I don't know if you guys kept up with that story at all, but after the Bucks season ended, you had Miles Turner be like, yeah, Giannis didn't show up to the team plane ever on time. He was late all year. He was just completely disrespectful and yada, yada, yada. We had to wait 2 hours for him and blah, blah, blah. And now, like, they're talking about it and reporting about it. Like, well, why were you talking about this when it was actually happening? Why are you waiting until now when it's over?
Well, I think people wait to see if it'll get bad.
Sure.
You know, and there may be underlying reasons for why it's bad that you then feel like making public.
Right. But, like, my point is, it's not just a Knoxville, Tennessee specific thing. This happens in every media market, pro and college. Like, it's not unusual, but I hate it. Like,
and maybe there are things going on that you don't necessarily know if it's going to affect things negatively, so you wait to let it play out.
Now, Austin Price also answered a question, in case you're interested in this, that Chaz Coleman has not been receiving checks. He is not getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he did get a small, signing bonus.
Well, I think that is an important part of it. I mean, because there's some people that think that we're out a bunch of money because of him.
Price goes on and says it's a $2+ million deal, not a $3 million deal like some have been saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know.
That makes me feel so much better.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I don't. It is a third of a decrease, but at the same time, $2 million versus $3 million doesn't make the average person making $50,000 a year and struggling, doesn't make them feel too much better.
No, but it does make me feel better that we haven't given him $2 million.
Yes,
at least he ain't squeezed us for $2 million.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what the number is when he says, Tennessee hasn't paid very much of it. Like, I don't know what the exact number is there.
Yeah, maybe a couple 100,000 or something.
Yeah.
That's just a drop in the bucket. Well, maybe they can get Dwayne Brown over there to play defensive end, once this Coleman deal doesn't work out.
Think we can call Jalen Carey back?
Yeah, I think that's an option. See if you can get him back over there. I think big Dwayne Brown fit in good till November, halfway through November, and then he got to go to the hardwood, but you do what you got to do. I don't really know what other options you got.
It does feel like a complete miss, though, by Tennessee. And like that part I highlighted from Brent Hubbs is now going to be kind of what I take away from this is like, you know what? We knew that he was inexperienced, right? Or like unproven. You are paying for potential. But like it does kind of seem absurd that you're paying multiple $1 million for a guy that you're like, he's played less than 150 snaps.
Well, what I don't like about it is it just makes me feel like we're an unserious program. I don't like how every offseason we have something that just we feel like a joke, And then you go out and you play your schedule and you kind of look like a joke on the field half the time. I don't like it. And if it happens again this year, this pressure is going to really start to build.
You're itching to fire Josh Heupel.
I am not.
How are you so mad at Josh Heupel in May right now?
I am not itching to fire Josh Heupel.
You hate this guy.
No, I don't hate him. I like him.
You just said you wanted to blame him for Chaz Coleman not wanting to play football.
No, I like him. I like Josh Heupel, but these things continue to snowball. and it just annoys me more and more and more.
This hasn't snowballed yet.
It keeps happening. It keeps happening. Every offseason we have this. And then last year we got an 8-5 football team on the field committing penalties, and they're sloppy with the ball. And Heupel looks disheveled.
And now we got a freshman quarterback.
Look how put together Kurt Cignetti is. Why can't we have Kurt Cignetti?
You told me Kurt Cignetti sucked for the last 2 years. You said he was a fraud.
I don't know if I said
you didn't buy into them until they won the national title.
He still didn't really buy into
it. They won a national championship.
I think he came out of the national title thinking, they're still not that good. I still don't know if they're going to be able to do it again.
I kept
Miami
waiting.
Team should have beat them.
I kept waiting. Okay, now they play Ohio State. We'll see if they really go. Okay, now they got Alabama. Let's see if they. Well, okay. Well, Oregon will get them. The second, hard to beat a team twice. Well, okay. Miami's loaded with talent. Well, no, okay.
Not going to be able to do it twice in a row.
Tip my cap.
You're itching to get on the fire Josh Heupel train.
You
got to quit listening to the callers of the drive. They are frying your brain.
I haven't been listening to the drive. I've boycotted the drive.
Ever since Russell made you mad and hurt your feelings?
Yeah, I've boycotted the drive.
Good.
I've been listening to Tony a lot, though, and it's kind of a similar vibe. Just a better show, really. Just a better version of the drive. So I didn't even know that there was I enjoyed the drive over the years, and then I heard Tony. I'm like, well, this is where it's at. This is actually
you
good.
And Russell need to make up.
It's a good radio show here.
You and Russell need to make up. He needs to issue an apology.
I don't care. We still text occasionally in the group text. He was asking about the Tom Segura show last night. I said I'd watched it. It's hysterical, by the way. To me, I find it hysterical. The season 2 of Bad Thoughts. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it.
Why do you hate Josh so much?
I don't hate him. I don't want to fire him. I want it to work out. But I keep seeing so many examples of an unserious coach.
You got a problem with this.
I do got a problem with this.
After we lost a couple games this year, you're ready to force Rick Barnes into retirement. You've been trying to do that the last 2 years. You tried to fire.
Stop it.
You tried to fire Kim Caldwell.
Stop it.
You're trying to fire Josh Heupel over.
Stop it.
It's just
no.
Josh Elander ain't got it either.
Lost like the first baseball game, and he was like, "Oh, Tony."
Yeah, Josh Elander sucks. It's time to go ahead and pull the plug on him.
No. You're not going to gaslight the audience and say that I said anything negative about Rick Barnes.
Go back and check the tape. You were pushing him into retirement 2 years ago. You tried to break the story.
I didn't say I wanted it. I said I thought maybe he'd be close to retirement.
That you said he's retiring. He ain't got it anymore.
I said it made sense on paper that when Zakai was gone, maybe he'd retire. I didn't say I wanted it.
I think you could go back to like December of this year and talk about this team just ain't got it. Rick's side might be time.
I mean, I didn't think that team had it.
Yeah, but you're also saying it's time for Rick to go. It's just.
I didn't say it's time for Rick to go.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe it's
anytime a guy's in his 70s, you wonder how long he's got left. I am not pushing Rick Barnes out there. I have been explicitly pro Rick Barnes for the last 5 years. I mean,
there's been some times over the last couple of years where you've really soured.
Yeah, every now and then you ask a question. It's like, what are we doing? You know, but that's fair. That's not like a
Elander.
It's not. I want him gone.
Karen Weekly's the only one you haven't really been too hard on.
Well, look how well she's doing. How about those girls, them ladies yesterday?
Did you watch yesterday?
Whooped Texas's ass.
That got me pretty fired up.
Well, I was trying to listen to it on the radio, and they didn't even have it on 99.1. Hell, they just had Bozo and Douche Nozzle on there in the afternoon. They didn't even have. I figured surely Brian Rice would be on there calling the game. But no, I got to hear the infomercial, the daily afternoon infomercial.
You really ran out of steam there, huh?
Well, yeah, I was trying to come up with something.
hour
good.
One in the books.
I couldn't think of.
We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines as Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
School is out, so let's kick off summer with your Knoxville Smokies. Next week is a huge week for your Smokies. He's back. It's the king himself. It's Elvis night on Thursday. Get your herd together because it's Chick-fil-A night on Friday with postgame fireworks. Live wrestling and fireworks for wrestling night on Saturday, and Sunday, it's our kids' summer kickoff. Yes, it's June 7th. 6-7. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3, and The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Where do you think Cameron Brink ranks in Los Angeles beauty?
Hour 2 is kicking off with a grumpy Cody McClure.
Yeah, we've been looking at this back here.
The door dasher has dashed away with Cody's food, it appears.
Yeah, we saw the front door was checked. He walked out, looked around, came back in, and then he checked his phone immediately to make sure he didn't misread anything or didn't put the wrong address. Went back to the back door, it seems, looking around. Just hearing lots of doors around here.
You didn't send it to your apartment, did you?
No, this some bitch stole it. That's what happened.
Who is it?
Brian, somebody. Order complete is what it says. Your order was dropped off. There's no picture. There's no. I mean, he obviously stole it. Which you play the game. Sometimes that's what happens. I get it. I've been there.
You've stolen people's food before?
Some bitch decided he wanted a free
How do you think face
cold brew.
Well, that is true.
Come on.
That is true. This could be your comeuppance.
No.
This could be your karma for stealing Faison strawberry milkshake.
I told that story. Don't act that way, please.
So what do you do now? You just go in there and tell DoorDash you didn't get it?
Yeah, and then they're not going to give any kind of refund.
You don't get a refund if they steal your food?
Let's see if this driver answers.
Hey, you're live on the radio.
You're telling me if they don't actually bring your food, you don't get your money back?
Well, you do. So you do if you don't already have too many that you've gotten your money back on.
Oh, so you've.
That's what I'm saying. You play the game. Sometimes you lose.
So Cody's still Cody has gotten food and total.
Hello. Yeah, this is Brian with DoorDash. Hey, Brian. Yeah, man. This is Cody. I had this Starbucks order over here off Checkerboard Lane. Did you? I'm not seeing the order delivered anywhere. It's whenever you're walking up that employee door, it was just right to the right of the door as you're facing it. Right to the right of the door. Yeah, from when I'm looking at it. So when you're coming out, it'll be to your left. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it. There was a big roll-up door, and then the employee door right next to it. Correct. Yeah, there's a roll-up garage door. Did you put it by the garage?
Oh, you went on down.
Next to the door.
Yeah. Cody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I'll look harder. I didn't see it. You didn't leave a photo, did you? I did not, no. I did not, but like I say, if you stick your head out that door, it's on the left.
Do you think Bubba's going to find it soon?
Okay, well, sounds reassuring, but I don't know. I looked out there and I didn't see it, so maybe a bird got it or something. I mean, it's always a possibility, but I don't know. Okay, all right. Well, you have a good day then, Brian. Enjoy the Starbucks. It ain't gonna happen. It says case is under review, so.
It feels to me cut and dry that if you didn't leave a picture.
You don't have to leave the picture.
Oh, you don't have to leave the picture?
But typically that's standard practice.
Where'd you go look, Bubba? Up by the loading dock? That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, did you go all the way to the side? Go walk towards the dumpster, Bubba.
Did you check Glenn's truck?
Yeah, go towards the dumpster, then go in the back and ask Glenn if he saw it, because Glenn might have gotten it.
Maybe it was Glenn, yeah.
It'd be funny if Bubba went back there and Glenn's sipping on some
your
Starbucks.
Frappuccino.
Yeah.
I really hope we find this so that you can.
I
really hope we find it so that you can enjoy your coffee, but also just.
Well, I'm just going to order it again if I don't get it.
Just
hopefully I don't get Brian.
Also, so that Brian can be mad all day that you called him and accused him of stealing from you whenever he actually delivered.
Well, you
it.
heard he didn't say anything when I said maybe a bird got it.
Yeah, I would have not answered the phone if it was.
I
me.
wouldn't either.
Yeah, if I'd actually robbed you, I would have just.
It's right there. Let's go.
Where was it?
Wow.
Bubba found it.
Where was it? Where he told you it was, to the left of the door.
Where?
Oh no! Then Bubba spills it.
Oh no! So I falsely accused Brian of stealing my.
Not only on your phone call, but also to thousands of people.
Yeah,
that guy's gonna think you're the biggest jerk of all time.
You're gonna
get said enjoy the Starbucks.
You're gonna get a 1-star.
Yeah, he's gonna think I'm a total jerk.
You are a total jerk.
Well, he didn't leave it where he was supposed to leave
Call him back. Call him back.
What do
Say,
you
I
mean where he-
apologize.
if there's a big
No,
old
you gotta
garage door,
apologize to him.
You got to send him a text and say you're sorry.
Call him back.
He did not leave it where the instructions said to leave it.
Call him back, Cody.
I mean, the building's got 3 doors. You're gonna pick the biggest one.
Did you hear this right here?
Every
This
other
guy
person
accused him of stealing
Said
it.
maybe a bird stole it. Enjoy the Starbucks,
Yeah.
and now you're sipping it.
He acts
with
like
no
a jackass.
shame.
He acts like a jackass to the guy. He accused him of stealing it. And then when he finds out that he's wrong, instead of saying, you know what, whoops, my bad, he immediately goes, well, he didn't leave it where he's supposed to.
Well, he
How
didn't.
about you take some
He
damn
didn't.
accountability?
I'm taking every other person who's ever dropped it off drops it off at the right spot. Brian tried to hide it behind a bush.
He was trying not to get it stolen, I guess. Or maybe
So
keep it cold.
bird didn't get it.
He might have been trying to keep it in the cold for you. Like,
Where'd you
out of the
find it,
sun.
Bubba?
So to the right of the garage door loading dock area.
Well,
he told
he
you.
also didn't transport it carefully because I got coffee all over my
I mean, I
hands.
just
No,
I spilled it right there.
Bubba just spilled it.
I don't know if that's what did it or not.
Bubba just knocked it over.
Find it anyway to blame this on Brian over here. This poor Dasher, man.
And the sad thing is Cody works in the industry. If
This guy's gonna take a hit because of somebody like you.
if the roles were reversed, now it's
What a mess.
Cody's got a case under review.
Somebody-
Probably gave this guy
this guy's
1.5 stars. He tanked his
Somebody
rating.
do the news.
He's
This
never
is-
going to be able to do headlines again without his coffee.
this is pitiful. This guy's gonna get dinged and lose some money. Maybe lose his job.
Might not be able to dash again.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
Should we spill his coffee right here?
I mean, I did that once.
Bubba spilled the coffee. Bubba just knocked it over clear as day right in front of us.
I mean, to be fair, like I wasn't expecting the drink and just like the weight distribution of the bag.
What do you mean you weren't expecting the drink? He very clearly said he got a coffee. He was waiting on his coffee.
Like I thought he would have gotten like a coffee and like a little kolache or something, you know, something to even things out. But instead, it's just the drink and just the corner of the bag. So
Did
you
they
pick it up
put
and
like a
Oh, it is
drink-
just the coffee in
Yeah.
there?
Did they not put a little drink
or
holder in
like
there?
cardboard
It doesn't
piece or
Damn
anything.
mess.
It doesn't appear like it. And this desk is going to be so damn sticky now.
No, it won't.
That's
I'm
what
cleaning
Brian's
it.
thinking about you when you're calling him.
We
What a
can't.
damn, this guy,
We're
what
going
a
to lose
damn
our
mess.
privilege. We're not going to be allowed to have beverages in here anymore because
It
Cody's
didn't
spilled
spill on
coffee
the
all over the
desk.
place.
It's not spilled on the desk.
It's not spilled on the desk.
It wasn't spilled. It's
As you're
just
wiping
leaking.
off the desk.
Bubba literally knocked it over. We watched it. It's on camera.
Yeah, but it's not a spill. It's
Bubba,
leaking.
Sam, somebody do some headlines.
Yeah, somebody do the news. I'm in shambles here.
You better cancel that order or cancel that.
I think you go through this see if
Oh,
you can
I
get a
still
free
get my
one.
Money back.
Don't get Brian in trouble for your mistake.
He ain't gonna get in trouble. You don't know how this works.
I read a lot about it. It pops up on my Reddit page a lot, and I was reading one thing. There was one recently that went viral on my Reddit that I was reading, where I guess there was a picture dispute about a Baja Blast from Taco Bell, and I guess they put tape on it. They taped
leaking from the bag.
They taped the straw on it, and then the straw had been like slightly tampered with, and then the person was trying to be mean to the driver, and the driver's like, "Look, here's the picture. The straw is here." So everyone in the comments like, "Oh, this customer is trying to set you up and like make it look like you did something wrong, so that they get a refund." And they're like, "This is." I had a buddy that lost his, door dashing job because of this, and this is terrible. So I do kind of know how it works. If you get too many complaints, they don't let you deliver anymore.
He'll keep delivering.
Maybe.
I didn't realize it was going to be an Easter egg hunt to find this.
Well, it was literally right where he told you it was. Now, he should have taken a picture. I will agree there. Can somebody do the news?
I'll do the news. Give me a second here. Okay, let's do the news. See what we got going on. See if we can get this refund processed. Well, the San Antonio Spurs have forced a Game 7. They took down Oklahoma City last night, 118-91. Victor Wembanyama, a tremendous game for him. They really showed everybody what they were made of, beating them down. You know what they say? Anything can happen in Game 7.
Yeah, no, Game 7 is typically a complete roll of the dice. Like, Game 7 is very rarely, I feel like, decided by the superstars. There will be a role player, either from Oklahoma City or from San Antonio, that shoots fireballs out of their ass that changes the trajectory of the franchises. It's tense, and we'll see who will rise to the occasion. We'll see who will buckle. But when I think back to, big-time Game 7s, Very rarely does a guy have like just an absolute superstar performance. Usually it's a low field goal percentage game, and it's a fight where somebody just wins because something unique, something random happened.
Yeah, Wemby had 28 and 10 last night.
I give him credit. Still didn't hit his over in rebounds, by the way. I don't know if you took 10 rebounds or not. I know you said you didn't gamble, but he didn't hit his over. His over was 12. His line was 12. He didn't get there. But I'll give him credits. Both he and Stephon Castle, that young duo, came out and set the tone early. Both of them were really aggressive. They scored the first 9 points in a hurry. They each hit threes. Wemby hit 2, Castle hit 1, then boom, Oklahoma City had to take a timeout. And it was really off and running for the Spurs after that. They didn't really let up. The biggest thing for me that came out of that game was that Dylan Harper actually looked pretty good. And he's been struggling with an injury. But for the first time since game 1, he actually looked like we were used to seeing Dylan Harper look. Dylan Harper, who's kind of the Spurs' like third or fourth best player at this point.
Any relation to Charlie Harper?
No, but he's related to Ron Harper Jr. and Ron Harper Sr. But yeah, Dylan Harper, 18 points in 22 minutes, grabbed 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He was kind of the everything gadget guy that they need, and he had been really bad over the last handful of games. If he could show up in game 7, the Spurs team goes up a level.
Are we aware that the Thunder's plus-minus in this series with SGA on the court is minus 28?
Yeah.
And plus 38 with Caruso on the court and minus 56 with him off. They're plus 10 with SGA off the court.
It's funny that happened because, like you said, he was minus 28 for the whole game or for the whole series.
Yeah.
Well, he was minus 28 last night. So he came in there even, which, look, I think the hate of SGA has gone a little too far. Now, the flopping is bad, but like I think people think that he's also not like an awesome player. That's what, to me, makes the flopping so bad, is that he is awesome. Like, he doesn't have to do this stuff. So, like, I do still think he's really good. But also, Sam, it's a testament to how good this Thunder roster is, just in terms of top to bottom. And they're doing this without 2 of their best players. Like, Jalen Williams was back last night, but he's been hurt. And A.J. Mitchell's been out. And it hasn't really mattered because the rest of the bench guys have stepped up at different times. SGA can either save all the slander and, continue his march by winning this game and then winning another Finals MVP.
Why should he win Finals MVP, though?
Well, just final. No, he shouldn't win MVP not Eastern or Western Conference Finals MVP. I'm talking about just next round against the Knicks.
I was going to say.
No, this
Pump
series
the on the guy shooting 38% from the field all series and 26% from 3.
Thing is, I don't know who they'd really give it to. I mean, Caruso's the other option.
Yeah.
But like when you actually like put up
their team this series.
But when you put up their numbers side by side, like Caruso is going to still be like averaging 18 points a game, and SGA is still going to be averaging like probably 28, 30 points a game. You can say that like
if you're averaging 24 points a game on 37% shooting, then that is not value to me. That's just you getting to the free throw line off of those flops.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I think Caruso definitely has a case to win Western Conference Finals MVP. I'm just saying I don't expect that to continue in the finals. Like if they're going to win the championship, I'd say SGA is going to have to dominate the Knicks. Was really what I meant there. But no, it's Wemby answered the bell. I was disappointed with his game 5. I thought that was pretty weak of him. And then he didn't do the post-game press conference, and I thought that was really weak of him. So he was under a lot of pressure last night. It was this kind of first moment where we kind of looked at him like we do other stars, where it's like, what you got for us? How are you going to respond? And I thought he responded pretty well last night. Now, the biggest game of his career, game 7. Got to do it again. Or at least got to go out on your shield. You can't go out looking passive like he did in game 5. We'll see what happens. It should be a really good. And if you're the Knicks, like you're excited about this, let these teams beat up each other as much as possible. The Knicks getting some unfortunate news, though, Cody, to help you with headlines or step on your headlines one way or the other. Their backup center, Mitchell Robinson, has suffered a broken right pinky finger. According to Shams this morning, he has undergone surgery and fully plans to play game 1 of the finals while wearing a brace on his hand. So,
all right,
there was some question about that yesterday with the broken pinky finger, how long he'd be out. Apparently, he's not going to be out at all.
Well, some sad news in the world of hockey as former star Claude Lemieux has died by suicide. Claude Lemieux won the Stanley Cup 4 times during his memorable NHL career, and he had just carried the torch out for Game 3 the other night at the Bell Center in Montreal. And now, just days later, after carrying the torch out to the crowd and seemingly having a happy moment there, celebrating with the fans, has apparently committed suicide.
Maybe a dumb question. Is Claude Lemieux related to Mario Lemieux?
That seems like an obvious answer, but I don't know for a fact.
What's the obvious answer?
That they would be related.
Well, not everybody with the last name Smith is.
Well, this ain't the last name Smith. Well, this is the last name Lemieux.
Well, how common is the last name Lemieux in Quebec, Canada?
Lemieux.
Not related.
Not related? Obvious answer.
I mean, it seems obvious.
Not everybody with the last name Johnson is related to each other.
They probably are related, though.
Sam just told you they weren't.
I know he said that. But to me, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not. I think it's very possible that they are.
I imagine.
I know the DoorDasher said he dropped off the Starbucks, but I don't exactly believe that.
You ever heard of Adam and Eve?
Yeah.
We're all related to some extent. I would say these Lemieux fellas are more related than you think they are.
So just by your logic, every time you've hooked up with a girl, you've been willingly getting with your cousin or somebody related to you?
Who wouldn't?
Interesting. Poor Brian. I stand with Brian. I stand with Brian. You owe Brian an apology.
Maybe it's,
you do.
Maybe I could say.
It's going to be a great rejoin.
Maybe I could say I was a little bit unfairly cynical. A little bit. In assuming.
I think you accused him. I don't think you were cynical. I think you accused him.
And then he told you the truth, and then you called him a liar on the radio, and not to his face, but to his ear, enjoy the Starbucks. You ruined that guy's day. And the thing about it is,
stop dashing.
The thing about it is I know how mad Cody would be if he was on the other side of that. As a professional,
it would not happen to me. I would not be. That would not happen. They don't let you know when people do that all day, every day.
You said that you've taken orders before, though, right?
Well, I'm just talking
I
about
have before.
I'm talking about how mad you'd be if somebody called you accusing you of stealing.
Well, I wouldn't have answered. First of all,
coward.
Why would you answer some random phone number?
Try to help your customer get his damn food.
DoorDash jerk. Let's see what the chat's saying. Matt writes in, my 5-year-old takes more accountability for his actions than Cody is right now. Hank says this is why he got carjacked. Bradley writes, Russell Smith was the DoorDash driver. So the chat doesn't seem to be on my side. You know, maybe I was a little unfair to Brian. I've thought more about it.
I don't think there's a maybe to it.
I've thought about it, and maybe
you were 100% unfair to him.
Maybe I was arguably a little bit unfair.
There is egg all over your face.
A little bit unfair in accusing Brian of stealing my DoorDash order.
I think if this happened to me, it'd be maybe the most embarrassed I've ever been in my life. I would feel so much shame in this.
I wouldn't say I feel shame, but I do feel like maybe I was overly cynical.
Can you still
call him? My immediate assumption being that he stole
Could
it.
you text the guy?
Sam,
I apologize.
It goes back to exactly what I said yesterday. Cody is glass quarter full with everybody he meets. Everybody that he encounters, he starts at a negative place with. He doesn't see the good in people. He immediately assumed Brian stole his food and that Brian picked up the phone to lie to his face. Doesn't give anybody the benefit of the doubt.
I said perhaps I was a bit overly cynical.
Maybe that was a mirror, Cody. You know, you thought he wouldn't pick up the phone and that he would just automatically be stealing the food because maybe that's what you would have done in that.
That's exactly. We call that projection. You were projecting your actions onto him. Brian just an honest man out here trying to make a living, apparently.
Danny White will drop season ticket prices before Cody takes accountability. My bad. I'm sorry to Brian.
You need to call and tell him that, or at least text him and tell him that.
And tell him that you disparaged his name all over the radio.
No, you ain't got to tell him that, but just apologize. Be like, hey, man, I found it. I'm really sorry. Hope you have a good day.
How sad do you think he would be if he was listening to the show, got the call?
He loves Cody. He's like, man, I'm
this
looking
guy's
forward.
the best. I listen to him door dashing every morning. He makes my day so much better.
I'm gonna hide this just so he can, so I know he'll get it, and no one else can get it.
I'm gonna make sure it's behind this bush so that the sun doesn't beat down on it and make it drip and like lose its ice.
It might have been a little rude, the comment about the bird. Yeah, I'm sure a bird could have taken it. That happens all the time. That arguably a little rude. Arguably. Again, he didn't leave it in the right spot. I mean, that is a fact.
I will say I am glad the YouTube chat is around to properly shame Cody. Because when I say it, it just goes in one ear and out the other. He's used to it from me.
You're always out to get me.
Right. He's got a victim complex when it comes to me. But the rest of the chat stepping up, and I think the comment about the 5-year-old son really struck a chord with Cody and made him do some self-reflection.
I admit I was a little hard on Brian.
You need to text Brian an apology.
This is me taking accountability.
Which is more likely, Chaz Coleman records a sack for the Vols or Cody takes accountability?
I was a little hard on Brian, okay? I was a little hard on him.
You need to text him an apology. I wouldn't call him because he might cuss you out. We can't put him on air. I was kind of waiting for him to drop an F-bomb on you as you had him live on air.
Bubba, did you hide my order?
No, Bubba found it for you.
Did you hide it? Maybe I think somebody hit it. I think somebody was messing with me.
And look, I do just want to say, not to be lost in this, Bubba went outside and looked for it and still didn't find it until he said, hey, Bubba, you got to go over here to look for it.
Which means Bubba was looking at where it should have been,
no,
just as I did.
Two morons trying to go out there.
No, it's not two morons when you leave instructions on where to put the order and every other driver puts it where you tell them to leave it.
And you also mean like not being able to find it even after he gives you the instructions of where he put it.
You know
don't
what?
Go out there and look.
You know what? I'm going back on this. Brian put it in the wrong place.
He put it exactly where he told you he put it.
He didn't tell me he put it anywhere.
On the phone he did.
Yeah, well, I had to call. You're not supposed to have to call him.
And then he told you exactly where it was, and you still couldn't find it. And Bubba still couldn't find it.
You know what? Forget it. Forget it. Forget the accountability. Forget the apology. This is on Brian. He put it in the wrong spot. It's on him.
Let's go to break.
He deserves to be canceled from DoorDash.
Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Vols fans. Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Afternoon baseball coming your way. We'll be out on the patio at Barley's in the old city, taking in a little sunshine, a couple White Claws, some pizza, watching the boys play baseball. Noon, 12 p.m., first pitch. Sam, how you feeling about the boys?
I think this is a motivated group. I feel like, I don't think this is, they're going to be looking at the D1 baseball picks of everyone at the regionals and stuff and saying, all right, we got to play harder because D1 baseball is picking against us. But I just think there's a lot of pundits out there that maybe aren't taking this Tennessee team as seriously, knowing that we're kind of just thrown into a stacked regional there. But, throwing Blanco, a guy who's got postseason experience here, if you can go get a win today against a solid ECU group, you feel like you're set up in a pretty good position to go out there and, throw Tegan Coons kind of against that presumably best team in the region in UNC. So I think this is a team that's kind of up for the charge and knows that, they've been playing pretty hot to end the season, and now it's a chance to go and kind of wipe that slate clean, but also continue to use that momentum that's kind of pushed them to the end of the season.
Since COVID 2020, these are 2 of the top 5 programs in the country when it comes to wins. Did you know that, Cody? Did you know?
Did I know what?
That since COVID, these are 2 of the top 5 teams in the country when it comes to total wins.
Oh, Tennessee and North Carolina?
No, we're not playing North Carolina today.
Oh, you're talking about East Carolina? I know who we're playing today. Is that what you're talking about, East Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're number 1.
We are number 1.
Arkansas is number 2.
Arkansas is number 2.
And you're saying East Carolina's up there somewhere?
East Carolina's tied for number 5 with Oregon State. If you're interested in the other spots, Southern Miss comes in at number 3. Texas comes in at number 4.
Yeah, they got a good program.
They haven't been quite as dangerous as they have been over the last, history. The transfer portal has not been kind to them, but they are a program that still has some pride about them, that is used to making the postseason and playing in big games. Their pitcher today, Ryan Towers, is a lefty that won 7 of his 10 decisions, 7-3 on the year with a nice 3.04 ERA. So they got a guy that has performed so far this season. Now, look, he hasn't performed against a team like Tennessee, right? I mean, he hasn't done it in the SEC, but I don't think ECU is necessarily going to be intimidated when it comes to this matchup.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't be intimidated either if I was playing baseball. Baseball doesn't seem to me to be a very intimidating sport. When I think intimidated, I think football,
I don't know, man. I think there's probably a lot of people that get pretty intimidated when they line up against, like, the Dodgers.
Stand in the box and have a pitch with crazy movement coming right at you.
Those boys are big and throw hard and can hit any of our pitches. I think baseball would be pretty easy to get mentally
115 comebacker right to your face. Oh, no.
With an umpire who can't decide if it's a strike or a ball.
On the offensive side, ECU has 5 players that have batted over 300. They got 4 players with double-digit extra base hits. Don't hit a lot of home runs. Nobody on their team has double digits.
No, they had hit like half the home runs that we did.
Yeah, and nobody on their team even has 10. So, like, it's not like anybody, nobody in the lineup has power, or at least, like, power that you have to be afraid of. Sure, not everybody can run into one and hit a home run, but it's not like there's any big sluggers in that lineup.
They are a pitcher's program.
They've got a kid who has a 65-game on-base streak, which is pretty sick.
Really?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to break that. Be nice to hold him off the base.
5-1 in neutral sites.
ECU's 5-1 in neutral sites?
Yep. With the win over North Carolina.
Okay.
They're kind of just like a scrappy, small ball-ish kind of team.
Yeah.
Well,
small ball to an extent.
I'm seeing here they're 14th in the country in walks and 26th in on-base percentage.
Yeah, I was going to say small ball to an extent, because when I think of small ball, maybe I'm wrong, but I still also think about stolen bases as a part of that, and they don't do that. They are 254th in the country in stolen bases. So if you're worried about Tennessee, holding runners on and being able to throw guys out, so far ECU, that hasn't been a strength of their team. Now, that doesn't mean they can't flip the switch and try to make that a part of their strategy today, but so far this season, they haven't done that. If they were a small ball team, Sam, that nickel and dime got on base and then ran a lot, I'd be a lot more worried about it. The fact they don't steal bases does give me at least a little bit of confidence. But ultimately, this is going to come down to Tennessee's offense, in my opinion. Is that fair to say? I think you're going to get a good enough performance from Evan Blanco. I think Tennessee's offense is going to have to be the key to this game. They're going to have to go out there and score, in my opinion, at least 5 runs.
I think pitching is still going to be a pretty big deal.
Okay.
I just, I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched Blanco enough when he's been good. Maybe I've just happened to see his bad games, but
I think Blanco will pitch 5 innings, give up 3 runs, and then I think you'll have to. So, if you tell me the pitching is going to be important, and you're talking about the bullpen, like Cam Appenzeller, we've kind of talked about him hitting a freshman wall. I hope that the long layoff after getting knocked out of the second game of the SEC tournament, I hope that it has kind of rejuvenated and refreshed our pitching staff.
Well, I hope so too.
Because unlike, ECU had to go play, and win their conference tournament. They had to play a lot of games. Tennessee is the more rested team here.
Yeah, the fact that you're saving Coons, I do think it's a good move. That's what I would have done if I was Elander. I like that he's doing what he's doing. But the fact that you're doing that, you're almost going to have to – I worry a little bit about just having to piece this one together. And I wouldn't say like not steal a game, but like just get through it. I hope you don't have to use too much of that bullpen.
The easiest way to not have to use too much of the bullpen would be Blanco to go out there and shove and shut them down. But also, it wouldn't hurt if the offense just came out there and gave him a whole lot of run support where Blanco could focus more on just going deep in the game.
Well, you're always hoping for home runs. And this park, how does this park play? Because it's typically kind of a pitcher's park, isn't it?
Sam, you got any information? Bub, you got any information on North Carolina's park? I don't really know anything when it comes to that. See if you can find something.
I saw this quote from Ben McKee yesterday from Elander. Said it was playing like a tee box during batting practice today.
Okay.
Reminded me of Georgia with shorter fences. Our guys were taking some good swings and driving the ball, and it was carrying out. So we'll see how the wind plays.
Well,
I was talking with the grounds crew today, and they said it can be a little bit different day to day.
Well,
but
Tennessee,
it was quite small today.
Tennessee, hasn't hit the same amount of home runs, and you don't have maybe the guy at the top that you've had in years past, right? Like, I mean, Henry Ford has been good, but like in terms of compared to other Tennessee sluggers, hasn't been as good. We're used to having guys, break 20 home runs. He had 19. So, I mean, he was still really, really good. Don't get me wrong. And like your second guy, Levi Clark, shout out to him who, really rallied during SEC play because for a little bit it looked like he was going to play his way out of the damn lineup. And instead he ends up maybe being your second best hitter by the end of the year, at least your third best hitter. Slugger, at least, maybe. You had him and Blaine Brown with 13 home runs. Brown, I feel like, beat up more non-conference than he did maybe SEC play. Grimmer and Chapman, who's back, all with double digits. So I told you that ECU didn't have any guys with double-digit home runs. Tennessee has 5. So if you tell me that it plays like a sandbox, that means that it's going to lead to a lot of home runs. I do still take us, despite us not being good as years past, I do still take us to out home run this team, especially. Is that fair to say?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you believe in that, but I don't know the weather too. Typically, when it gets warmer, you'd expect more home runs, right?
Sure.
So if it's playing small, I guess that's a good thing.
It is crazy how we've been spoiled the last couple of years with home runs, though. Like, I mean, Fisher coming in and hitting 25. I don't even know if we fully appreciated that because it wasn't the 34 Christian Moore hit the year before. We didn't have a 10-run, we didn't have a 20 home run hitter on this roster. Just going back, obviously, to the national championship year, you had 5 guys with 20 home runs.
Henry Ford would have gotten there too had he not gotten like pneumonia in the middle of the season or whatever he got.
And that's probably fair to say. He didn't miss a lot of time, but it did kind of.
I'm sure that takes some weight off of you, and you got to get some strength back, type of thing.
That's fair to say. And look, I do still view Ford as a big slugger. Now, I don't view him as good as Christian Moore, obviously, or as good as Andrew Fisher, but he's a little bit below Andrew Fisher. He's got home run pop. But then after that, our second and third and fourth guys are guys that can run into it that I don't necessarily think of as big home run hitters. I think of them as doubles hitters more so. But either way, if it plays as a short park and the wind is blowing out, I expect us to win a blast off. When I look at kind of Evan Blanco, I would sign up right now for a Texas game where he goes 7 innings and gives up 5 runs. Because in that game, Tennessee's offense scored 14, and you were able to still win that game. Like, if the offense comes out and does their job, it takes a lot of pressure off. I don't anticipate Blanco shutting them down. I expect him to go really like 5 1/3 and give up 3 runs is kind of what I'm projecting. And then you're turning to the bullpen hoping that they can get you home. Maybe Blanco can go out and just absolutely dominate. But, like, just looking at his game log right now, there hasn't been too many games that he has held teams under 3 runs, especially in the SEC, and especially, down the backstretch. Starting in the SEC, here are his performances. 5 2/3 against Georgia, gave up 3 runs. I would definitely lock that in right there, especially against a that Georgia lineup was nasty. Missouri, 7 2/3, gave up 1 run. Vandy knocked him around. Vandy ended up scoring 9 runs against him. Only 6 of them earned. LSU, 6 1/3, gave up 2. That was maybe his best performance. And then, Mississippi State scored 2. Ole Miss 3. Alabama 3. Kentucky 6. Texas 5. Oklahoma 3. Arkansas in the SEC tournament knocked him around on short rest for 5 runs.
The best thing about him, too, is I don't have his outings in front of you, but I'd imagine he's going at least 6 innings in most of those.
For the most part, yeah.
And so, and a lot of those runs he's given up, I feel like, are early in the game. So, he seems a little shaky at the start, and then he really settles in for another 5 to 6 innings, and he can get you deep into a game, which I think is kind of just the main objective of this one is get your starter as deep as you can and don't get into that pin.
And that's what I'm saying. I think the offense has to take a lot of pressure off him and come out and score early. Because, if he gives up a couple runs and then all of a sudden Tennessee's not scoring, it changes the game completely.
Take your starter giving up 4 or 5 runs if he can get you 7 innings.
Especially if your offense is doing their job.
Yeah.
So to me, Cody says about the pitching, I look at it as an offensive game. The offense has been playing better for Tennessee, too. We'll continue that conversation a little bit on the other side. We'll get you set for this Chapel Hill Regional. We'll help Cody pin his apology to Brian, who really deserves one, who put the food by the employee-only door that you requested.
Didn't put any food anywhere.
Or the drink.
With no food.
Next to an employee door.
I would have found if there was food, I would have sniffed that out.
Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station. We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station. Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen. For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
I feel like it is accurate to say that Tennessee's offense now gives you a little bit of confidence after being a question mark or a source of frustration for most of the year. It does feel like they've kind of rounded into form, right?
Yeah, I feel good about this, this lineup that we've got rolling right now. I mean, I think, you got Henry Ford there is kind of one of your anchors up top. I feel like, to me, I've described it to some buddies that I talked to as kind of you've got someone that you feel pretty good about in every tier of the lineup, I think, where you kind of have like Ford, you got Chapman, you got Grinlinger, and then you got some guys at the bottom of that lineup like a Manny Marin or someone like that who's putting it together at the right time.
Just looking at it from a run scored, 4 against Arkansas in the last game, 11 against South Carolina. In the 3-game series against Oklahoma, you scored 9 runs in every one of those games. If you scored 9 runs against ECU, you should win that game, right? You should be able to take care of business. I think, going up against what UNC has pitching, you're not going to score 9 runs against them, but we're not focused on that. We're focused on today. Against Texas, you were able to score 6, 14, and 5. I think if you score 5 runs today, I'd feel good about Tennessee's chances. What number do you need? Higher, lower?
I think to feel like good, I'd probably go a little higher. I'd probably go 6 more than 5.
Okay.
But I think right in that area, you're putting yourself in a good position.
I don't think I would necessarily lock it in at 5, like where we only score 5, because, obviously you might need more. But I think if you told me we scored 5, I'd feel like we won that game maybe 70% of the time, which maybe is dumb. Maybe I got too much confidence right now in our pitching, but maybe I got too much confidence in our pitching. But I do anticipate that Appenzeller or Arvidsson will be good when they get in one of these postseason games. I do think they'll be refreshed, rested, and I do feel confident in Arvidsson being wired for big moments, and I do think that Appenzeller has shown me that he is wired for big moments too. So I think both those guys could really bridge the gap here in this game, and this might be a game where Blanco goes 5 1/3, something like that, and then you let Appenzeller bring you home.
Well,
Cody, how many runs do you need
to feel good?
Yeah.
14.
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
Depends on if they put Krenzel in, then I'll raise that up to about 22. What about Appenzeller makes you feel like he's built for the big moment?
Just him coming through so far in a couple of big moments and him pitching well in high leverage situations.
He's hit the freshman wall a bit, as they say.
That's what everybody keeps saying, and I don't necessarily disagree, but I do think he's gotten a nice rest over the last week and a half to maybe overcome that. Like I don't think hitting the freshman wall necessarily means that he can't be good the rest of the year.
No, he's just got to keep progressing.
Like he threw 5 innings against South Carolina and only gave up 3 runs. Like, was that a bad performance in your opinion?
How much did he pitch?
5 innings and gave up 3 runs against South Carolina.
I don't like
with a lead for most of the time.
I don't like the way that sounds. But I don't know baseball like a lot of other people do. You'd have to ask Logan Quentin or somebody like that.
Now, I will say that if you do just kind of look at his last games, I mean, like maybe I'm overstating my level of confidence in him because he has not performed.
I don't have a lot of faith in him. I don't mean to say that to sound rude. I mean, I think he's going to have a good career here. I just mean at this moment in time, he's not a guy who gives me who I just say, oh yeah, hell yeah, Appenzeller's in the game, we're good.
You might be on the right side of history this year with this, and maybe I'll eat these words because, if you just look from like April 10th, he came out against Mississippi State, pitched well, Tennessee won, but after that, so April 18th and on, his ERA went from 1.49 up to 4.89. So like he definitely hit that wall that you're talking about. He gave up 6 runs to Ole Miss. He gave up 4 runs to Alabama, 4 runs to Kentucky, 4 runs to Texas, 2 runs to Oklahoma, and then 3 runs to South Carolina. So he definitely hasn't been as good as he was early in the year.
The big thing I keep thinking about with this regional is not necessarily game 1 or game 2, but if we get to Sunday, what is it going to look like pitching wise?
Sunday, if you're up 2-0, I'd maybe have some confidence that you could find enough pitching because the other team that you're going to be facing will have had to go through an extra game than you.
Right.
But if Tennessee loses this first game today or against North Carolina on Saturday, like Tennessee is not going to advance out of this regional. Yeah,
we're cooked. We have to win both our first 2 games. But I would just ask, because to win this regional, we got to win 3 games. Like if we can win, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When's the last time we won 3 games? Was it Mississippi State?
Last time we won 3 games in a row or swept a series?
Yeah, swept a series.
Okay.
I'm not counting a midweek game.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I know if you counted, the first 2 of Texas and the last game against Kentucky, does that count? Because you beat Kentucky on Sunday, and then you won the first 2 against Texas.
No, because those are different weekends.
Well, yeah, they are. That's why I'm asking.
I'm talking about in the same weekend. Would it be State?
Yeah.
We did sweep State.
Sweeping a team is hard in the SEC. And you wouldn't have to beat – theoretically, you wouldn't have to beat North Carolina 3 times in a row to sweep them. You could just look at it as beating a good team. If you win today, you just have to beat North Carolina twice, 2 out of 3 games. So, really, you just have to win a series at that point. You don't necessarily have to look at it as a sweep. And we beat a really good Texas team 2 out of 3 times.
My fear is getting to Sunday and then not being able to close the deal and having to go to Monday.
Yeah.
Because one thing I know about North Carolina, based on the tremendous amount of research I've done, is they have a very deep pitching staff. That's their best they're a very good pitching team.
They don't have a great starting pitching staff. They got one really good guy.
But they got several guys that are good enough.
They got a lot of guys in the bullpen that are good.
Yeah.
Their actual starters boast, their number 2 guy's a 4.4 ERA. Their number 3 guy, who we'd probably play on Saturday, is a 7.3 ERA guy. But they do have guys out of the bullpen who maybe step into that role instead, and they got some big arms there.
Well, that's what I worry about, is that we beat them with Coons, and then we still can't close the door because we don't have any pitching left.
And unlike last year, you don't have a Liam Doyle that you can bring back. I don't think – how did we do with Liam Doyle last year? Was he a Saturday night guy? Did he do Saturday in the regional?
Saturday, Monday, I believe.
He did Saturday, then he came back on short rest, right? Kind of did his bullpen session. Okay, so maybe Tegan Coons could do that.
That kid was crazy.
Yeah, maybe Tegan Coons could do that. I don't know if he would, but Doyle did it, right? Where he did the Saturday and then came back on Monday.
I think the ultimate wild card here, too, is you do have one of your starting pitchers that is kind of on the bench right now that could potentially come in here and give you a couple.
The X factor,
yeah.
Landon Mack could be a huge,
it's a good point,
part of this region here if he does come in here and is healthy.
I don't really look at him as an option to start. Everything I've seen people say is that he can give you a couple innings out of the bullpen at this point.
That's all you need. That kind of game 3 thing that we're looking for, just some guy that could give you 4 innings.
Yeah,
some guy that can pitch.
See, the problem there is you said that game 3 thing. There might also be a game 4 thing, or you'd be like, "Oh God, now we're just throwing any."
That's my fear.
Yeah,
is that this is that to win this regional, it's going to be a what's the expression? A long road to hoe.
Okay,
that's my fear, is that it's you might have to play 4 games, and I just don't know whether we got the kind of pitching to do that.
Well, I think that's why you see North Carolina as such big favorites in this regional.
Yeah.
They do have a better pitching staff than Tennessee.
Well, that's the thing. Even if we beat them with Coons, then we still, it still might not be enough.
I'm not going to worry about North Carolina until you beat ECU. I don't want to overlook ECU.
That's right. One game at a time.
You're only minus 190 today on the money line, so you're not a heavy favorite at all in this game.
That's pretty good. It's decent.
But yeah, it's decent, but it's still in the danger zone.
Aren't baseball lines usually like that? Or do you see bigger, minus 220s and such? I thought they're always kind of like that.
Well, they have been for Tennessee, this year, because Tennessee hasn't been very good.
Yeah.
But in the past, our first regional game would have been minus 450, minus 600.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then our coach left.
Right.
So, yeah, what are you going to do, man? I mean,
well, hopefully you're going to beat ECU. Then we'll worry about North Carolina. But yeah, like I like Tennessee's path today, and then against North Carolina, if you get there, and there's a chance that VCU could knock off North Carolina and really complicate things for them and make things a little bit easier for you.
That'd be hot.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
That'd be like taking Blue Chew Gold.
Huh? I said it would make it an easier path, not a harder path. Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with headlines.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
School is out, so let's kick off summer with your Knoxville Smokies. Next week is a huge week for your Smokies. He's back. It's the king himself. It's Elvis night on Thursday. Get your herd together because it's Chick-fil-A night on Friday with post-game fireworks. Live wrestling and fireworks for wrestling night on Saturday, and Sunday, it's our kids' summer kickoff. Yes, it's June 7th. 6-7. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we ain't making new friends.
Talk Sports.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. I'm ready for the news. Give it to me, newsman.
Thank you, John. A couple of college basketball notes for you. Tyler Tanner is withdrawing from the NBA draft and returning to Vanderbilt.
Okay. That happened 2 days ago, but
well, it was yesterday. And also Milan Momcilovic, he also withdrew. And
2 days ago.
Kentucky is a school to watch for him. Well, you know what, buddy? You want to know what?
What?
You know what? We ain't talked about it. So, it's a headline.
The number that floated around for, say it for me, Milan Momdanovic.
Momcilovic.
I kind of forgot since we played Iowa State.
Momcilovic.
The number thrown around for him, I've seen people talking about.
He's a big, ugly son of a gun.
As well as the number thrown around for this St. John's guy that they got to transfer from Baylor. $7 million. They believe that Milan Momcilovic is going to end up at Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky's going to get him.
Yeah. They apparently broke the bank for him.
Well, they got to have a good player.
And St. John's apparently broke the bank for a Baylor transfer, and they're paying him $7 million. Tande Yesafu.
Yes, a fool. Pete Golding has responded to Lane Kiffin's claim that Ole Miss would have won the college football title had he stayed and had Golden coaching from the booth. Pete Golding says, I don't think that had any impact on why we didn't win the Miami game. I bet he gets annoyed, wouldn't you say, Pete, having to hear all this Kiffin stuff? He said Kiffin texts him 12 times a day.
What did I tell you? I don't want any Kiffin headlines.
This is a Golding headline. It's a Pete Golding headline.
It's about Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, but it's Pete Golding's
I don't
response.
care about Pete Golding either. Outside of, I am interested in Pete Golding and the story going on with, Clemson filing complaints about him tampering, and now him basically trying to have a standoff, a Mexican standoff with the NCAA and saying, and everyone else saying, hey, if you want to try to take me down for tampering, I'm going to take everybody down for tampering because everybody's doing this. I'll expose them all, and you'll have to punish everybody. Make a move.
Well, speaking of a Mexican standoff, did you see the video tweeted from the White House yesterday about aliens living among us?
No.
It was some were calling it very insensitive.
They're just a meme team. I don't.
Crazy how they're just doing this to forget about the Epstein files. Those still exist out there.
Don't forget about the big UFC event coming up.
Speaking of the Epstein files, Mike Leach is on the 2027 College Football Hall of Fame ballot, according to Brett McMurphy.
What does Mike Leach have to do with the Epstein files?
Wouldn't you like to know?
That feels disrespectful to Mike Leach.
He was hanging around Key West a lot. We know that for a fact. Maybe a Caribbean connection.
That's sad. That's sad. That might be worse than what you did to Brian. And that's just a poor DoorDasher trying to make ends meet, and you're trying to get him fired over a free $5 coffee. That's pitiful.
Speaking of dead sports figures, you never gave us any thoughts on Lemieux. All you seemed to be able to do was try to criticize me for the
I didn't try to criticize you. I asked you a question. Sam criticized you. I don't have any thoughts on Lemieux.
It's a big story. It's a big story. The guy just carried the flame like 3 days ago, and then he committed suicide.
The only Lemieux I know is Mario. I didn't even know this guy. I grew up hearing about Mario Lemieux.
I mean, it's a very sad story, though. You haven't looked into it? Like, he was just carrying the flame in front of the whole crowd. Like,
what
the guy's a legend.
Well, what have you looked into?
Well, I just know what a big story it is because he committed suicide just 3 days after that. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, it goes with what I tell you. Like, fame and money and attention doesn't help you when you're sad and depressed.
I know, but he had just carried the flame.
Yeah. And I guess he decided that was the last good moment he was going to have.
He was the torchbearer for Montreal's Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah. And then maybe he realized that was the peak and that he's tired of living.
They found him dead in a warehouse. His poor son, found him dead in a warehouse.
That's terrible. That's awful.
Well, it is terrible. He was just 60.
If he was an NFL player, I mean, if you want to get into like a sports conversation about it, I guess I would just ask, are we going to have the same CTE talks about hockey that we have about the NFL? Do they talk about that at all in hockey?
I don't want to make it political.
CTE is not political. CTE is just brain injuries. That's just, like if this was an NFL player, an NFL legend at age 60 who was just doing something, then killed himself, I think we'd all talk about it as the CTE. That always goes hand in hand. Are they having those discussions about hockey? Because in hockey, you go fast and ram into each other too.
Yeah, seems in poor taste.
Well, that's why I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, let's talk about Shrey Parikh, the 14-year-old who has won the Scripps National Spelling Bee in the lightning round. Shrey Parikh said that once I get the word, I'm not really nervous anymore because then it's all in my control. And boy, did he have control. 32 words spelled correctly in just 90 seconds, a record for the shootout-style finish first used in 2022. So you have a new national spelling bee champion.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
I thought you liked the spelling bee.
Not watching it.
You don't ever watch it? I feel like we watched it in the studio.
Yeah, we've watched it before. I don't go out of my way to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. I am really into pop culture Jeopardy, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Shout out to that person for winning. I don't know if it's me getting older or me getting dumber.
Brahmoptecrine.
Huh?
Brahmoptecrine.
I can't spell it. I stared at my phone for 5 minutes yesterday trying to figure out how to spell reassess. I was like, this does not look right. And then I tried to Google it. And I was like, I don't even know how to Google reassess. And I was like, am I getting this dumb? I used to be smart. I used to be able to spell a lot of words.
Is it R-E-ass? Or no, that'd be another A. R-E-A-S-S-E-S? Re-S. I don't think I can spell it either.
It blew my mind. I was like, how do you spell this word? But no, I think you misspelled it. I think there's two S's at the end of it.
R-E-A-S-S-E-S. There's two S's at the end?
There's two S's at the end.
Yeah, see, I think I would have just had one.
And I was like, how dumb am I? I can't spell reassess.
Maybe you should reassess your
I did.
spelling habits.
Ironically, I reassessed a lot of things about me. I was like, I got to start reading again. I got to start reading books again.
That spelling kind of looks like how you say Reese's.
Yeah? Kind of. Yeah, it does. I was texting my buddy. I was like, he didn't text back because I was like, oh my God, that was a hard word to spell. What a weird word. Reassess. And then he didn't respond. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll go to hell. Shout out to those kids that can spell, man.
Did you ever consider just using a different word other than reassess?
Yeah, but I couldn't.
I might evaluate that differently.
Yeah, well, that might be even more embarrassing because I did think about it, Sam, and I was like, I couldn't think of another word to put in there.
A synonym for it.
Yeah, we were talking about like gambling picks for golf. This is my buddy I texted about golf gambling picks, and he was talking about guys he picked. And I was like, I didn't actually end up playing anybody, but I was trying to say I will reassess tonight. And I couldn't think of another word. We'll think it over. It was tough.
What do you make of the Florida Gators paying their assistants so much money? John Summerall's assistants making a combined $11.2 million this season.
I'd say it's part of the benefit of hiring John Summerall, right? I imagine they didn't have to give him crazy money. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I can't imagine they're paying him much more than like $6 million, $7 million, whereas other coaches in the SEC make $10, $11 million. So part of the idea of hiring John Summerall, who's never coached at this level, is you equip him with an awesome staff. Because, they did go out and get him an awesome staff.
President Trump is planning to attend an NBA Finals game at the Garden when the Knicks play.
Say that one more time. Trump's coming to the Garden?
Trump is coming in the Garden.
That'd be really funny if he showed up for the basketball games after not going to his son's wedding and saying he was too busy. You got time to go to a basketball game, though? That'd be pretty tough. That'd be a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. Chaz Coleman's still not on campus. Starting to look that's going to be the case. A couple of Tennessee basketball scheduling notes from Ben McKee. Tennessee will play NC State at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville on December 6th and then play at Purdue December 11th. That's a tough turnaround.
Wait, you said when was the Purdue game? December 11th?
They got moved to Friday, December 11th.
Yeah. They moved it up a day. It was supposed to be on Saturday, and now it is, just going to be on a Friday, which kind of sucks for travel if you did want to go up to that. I don't know how many people wanted to go, But a Saturday you could do. Friday, probably not.
ECU coach Cliff Godwin says about Tennessee, I don't think they missed a beat. No offense, when Vitello took the Giants job. We'll have our hands full. So he says Tennessee hasn't missed a beat without Tony Vitello.
I mean, honestly, what did we go last year in the SEC, Sam? I know you always talked about how Vitello kind of struggled. What was our overall SEC record? It was –
I know we lost 7 of our last 8 series.
Yeah. So. For some reason, 16-14 is in my head from last year. So, I mean, you didn't really, go too much further down. You were, 16-14 last year. So it's not a huge drop-off in the SEC, just one game.
Well, you know how I told you yesterday about the Great American Celebration, the 250-year celebration?
Yeah, the big concert series. I saw, It's funny, I saw last night that Martina McBride put out a statement saying, hey, this isn't what I signed up for. I am now pulling out of it. And then I saw today, I imagine this is the headline you got, that Bret Michaels is also pulling out of it.
Also, Milli Vanilli, Young MC, Morris Day and the Time, and the Commodores have pulled out. So it's now down to just Vanilla Ice, Flo Rida, and CNC Music Factory.
Which, if you just turn into a Flo Rida concert, I guess, it could be all right. But they're all saying basically that they were sold on this to be a celebration of the country. And now it's being turned into a political thing. And they said they didn't stand with that.
Yeah.
We lost our last 5 SEC series last year. I don't know if you said that, and I'm just restating it, but
Sam said we lost 7 of our last 8. So, yeah, you saying our last 5 is different information. Good job by you, Bubba. So, yeah, saying that we didn't really drop off too much this year is probably accurate, I guess. Now, when you lost your 7 of your last 8 series and you came out and you struggled at the beginning of the year like Tennessee did, blowing games the way they did to LSU and Vandy, it looked pretty bleak. But I give Josh Elander and the boys credit for fighting back and finding a way to not only make the tournament, but, to get back to 500 in the SEC.
How about those ladies yesterday taking down defending champion Texas at the Women's College World Series? Did you know the loss is the first in a Women's College World Series opener for the Horns since 1998?
I didn't know that until I saw it after the game yesterday.
It snapped a streak of 7 straight wins for Texas.
It got me pretty fired up. I always try to tell myself that I'm going to try to watch more regular season softball, and then I pretty much never do it. But then the postseason comes around, I'm like, this is always really fun, and I always get really sucked into it, like in the regional and super regional, and then, in the last couple of years in Oklahoma City. And yesterday I was pretty fired up watching that. That was a great performance. Got a little dicey for Pickens, but she had enough run support this year where she could play with a little fire.
TMZ says Mackenzie Shirilla apparently is getting no shortage of male attention behind bars. She's heard gushing in a newly surfaced prison phone call about all the guys she's messaging in prison.
Is this the girl that killed those people in that crash?
That's her. You didn't watch the documentary? She's resurfaced because there's a new Netflix thing out.
I've seen it on my suggestions, but I'm not going to watch it.
I watched it.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's very good.
Do I need to watch it other than just I feel like I got the gist of it just by the...
Okay, tell me the gist.
Well, just the description of her and her boyfriend, big fight, and essentially she crashes her car on purpose to kill him, and there's a friend in the back that gets killed as well.
In the crossfire.
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I don't need to see the lead up of their relationship and the fights and everything.
Well, there's a lot of...
They tried to paint her as a victim at first, and then everyone's like, hold on, this isn't adding up, and then she got arrested.
The documentary is interesting in the sense that you get to meet her parents, which is her mom is just it's crazy how insufferable these parents are. They're like you see what she came from.
Well, see,
and it's kind of like,
See, that's part of the reason I didn't want to watch is I didn't want to allow this story to really matter to me, but also documentaries like that make me sad whenever you see either heartbroken parents who we tried to give them the best life possible and they still turned out crazy, or the other side, which is these people had no chance. These people just had terrible parents, and
they all kind of seem like narcissists. They don't like the mom. The mom, when she's talking to the judge at the sentencing hearing, she's like going up there to stand up, to speak on her daughter's behalf or whatever. And she basically just doesn't even address the victims' families.
Did you ever watch that one about the cyberbullying that came out last year? Like that was billed as like Catfish, where there was like a small town where this girl and boyfriend got harassed by a bully. Did you watch that at all?
No.
I can't remember what it was called, but it went pretty viral last year. Well, spoiler alert. It ends up that this woman was being harassed by her own mom. Her mom, to which then open questions by some people, like whether or not like the mom was like in love with the high school boyfriend and wanted her for herself or what. But like she would like basically get on there and just torment her daughter nonstop from a fake account about how her boyfriend didn't love her, all her friends hated her, how she's terrible. Yeah, and like that documentary just made me so mad because I'm like, this is an absolute terrible person that should not get any sense of fame from this Netflix documentary. I feel bad for the daughter that now everyone knows this about her. The dad, I feel bad for him that like everyone knows this about him. It just made me sad. I'm sure they got some money for doing it, but I was like, it's not worth it. And it just like people living that way just depressed me. The mom was so mean to this daughter. And I figured it out pretty early on. I was like, this is where this is headed. Because everyone's like, you'll never believe the twist. I was like, okay, well, it's got to be something crazy. I bet it's this woman, this mom who's got a crazy look in her eye. And sure enough, it was.
Yeah.
But it made me just depressed. And I was like, I don't want to watch any of these documentaries anymore.
Well, the crazy thing to me about the Mackenzie Shirilla thing is she has shown zero remorse. Like they make her seem like pretty evil in this documentary.
Well, yeah.
I
mean, it seems as if she is a murderer.
Well, she basically, I mean, just there's no, like you see her crying and like saying how it's a tragedy and she misses her boyfriend, but like she's trying to sell it. Like nobody really believes it. Like she seems like a total, like, I don't know if narcissist is the word.
Sociopath?
Sociopath.
Yeah, sociopath seems to be more of the word.
Yeah, that's how she comes off.
And I don't really want to watch that.
Well, maybe you'd rather see this instead.
Is she going to get out of prison anytime soon, or like what's the deal there? How long did she get prison sentence for?
So she got two terms of 16 years apiece at a minimum. No, it was murder. It was
second degree.
I don't remember exactly.
I feel like it should be first degree.
She could very well serve an entire life sentence.
Okay,
because it's 2 terms of at least 16 years. So like, I think she's going to do like 30 years at a minute, like 32 years at a minimum.
Okay. But could be more.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but
okay.
You'd have to watch the documentary. But
yeah, like I just that doesn't fascinate me. Like I saw recently, like Casey Anthony went viral again because like people were subscribing to her.
She's
like,
a high level executive now.
Yeah, like she's like on LinkedIn, and people were like, I was like, that just. I don't know if she did it or not, but like I got no interest in like caring about her or like giving her any parts of my brain. That's how I feel about that woman that wrecked that car.
Well, how about Sophie Rain and Piper Raquel turning up the heat in Bikini Week at Miami Swim
I've
Week.
heard that name. Who is Sophie Rain?
I bet you have heard that name.
Is she an adult actress?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, I don't even.
Oh, she's the one that's going viral. No, she went viral because she's claiming that some basketball player offered her $15 million, right, for her virginity.
Yeah, I don't know, and I think she's the one
viral. I think she went viral last week because she was claiming that a basketball player offered her a bunch of money.
I think she just stays in the news by saying outlandish. Like she's also the one that said Charlie Kirk was like her top subscriber or something. And there was a thing with her and Shaq.
Well, she also claims that she has made $110 million on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
and apparently offered proof of that. Apparently, she has shown proof of that. I haven't seen it.
She probably has.
But it does seem like if you are in the like OnlyFans community, the best thing you can do is just stay in the headlines by saying outlandish stuff.
Yeah.
So it does seem like she does a pretty good job of that.
She's doing good at working the media. I mean, TMZ keeps writing about it.
And you're falling for it yourself.
Well, TMZ. I mean, I get headlines from TMZ. A bus has crashed in Virginia, killing 5 people and injuring 34. So that's no good.
A school bus or
I don't know. Also, rescuers are trying to reach 4 climbers who fell on Mount McKinley in Alaska, North America's tallest peak. 4 climbers fall an elevation of 18,000 feet on Mount McKinley.
They fell 18,000 feet?
Yeah, I'm afraid that when they turn up, it's not going to be good.
I need an update. Did you see that story in Galveston yesterday of the roller coaster getting stuck at the highest peak, and they had to bring out like the fire trucks and the.
I did see that. Was that yesterday? Because I saw another roller coaster got stuck recently too.
Yeah, no, that was a different one. This one was scarier than that one.
This one, they were like on the down slope of the coaster, right? Basically, so like
the one yesterday
were locked into the ride, but we're kind of just looking over the edge.
So there was one a couple of weeks ago that like I saw them get them off, and like they were having to walk back down the tracks or whatever. This one had none of those safety things because they were, you know how like sometimes a roller coaster like goes like straight up in the air, climbs up. It basically got stuck right at the top, and there was no way for them to get out and walk, and there was no way for them to move. So they had to get the fire tower out, the little truck, how they could raise it up real high, and get them out to get there. And I guess so they're all stuck, like leaning back, looking up, but at the very tallest part of the park. So I guess they're gonna have to like unlock this, flip up the arm thing, chain them up somehow, get them off, and then get them down like the fire ladder. But it looked absolutely terrifying, and I would be absolutely losing my mind if I was on that thing. And that's part of the reason I've lost the appeal.
I'm not a roller coaster guy for that.
Yeah, I've lost the interest of getting on things like that anymore.
Well, I guess I won't offer you this $10 off Dollywood coupon I got at Chick-fil-A.
I'll go eat some funnel cakes with you if you want. But I really don't have much interest in roller coasters anymore.
I'll be a great time on the ground.
Water parks, I'm still into. Like, I still enjoyed my water slides. Is she a water park? I'm still interested in that, but
who?
What?
Is who a water park?
That's the only thing I can think about. R.I.P. Ryan Williams. His football career is pretty much gone at this point. 17-year-old.
What does he have to do with water parks?
Is he the one that said that?
I don't think he's 17 anymore.
No,
Yeah,
he's 18 or 19
He's got to be at least
now.
19
I think
now.
he's like 19.
But like, wasn't he the one that said that?
Oh, I don't know.
That he liked water parks?
No, like he was the one that said like, is she a water park?
Is who a water park?
We don't know.
Bubba makes very obscure references and then gets mad when we don't know. And then he's not ever like very confident that he's the one that said it. So then we just go around and
Because the brain, you're trusting the brain to remember something that you vaguely kind of remember, but not fully fluent in.
Yeah.
It's like every time you tell a story, you just keep changing up details every time.
Not me.
Yeah?
My stories all say the same. I rehearse them.
How about Jim Knowles' story about Idris Farouk saying he's established himself as a top safety?
I'm pretty excited to watch him. Bubba, I went to see Backrooms last night.
So before you give me your review, I've heard that some people were kind of underwhelmed with this.
I had a dream that I went and saw Obsession because you've been talking about it so much.
Yeah.
It was just in my brain, I guess.
Yeah.
And also all those ads I saw.
Sure.
For Hell on Wheels. And I think for some reason I had a dream that I was going to see it.
Are you? Did you watch like the YouTubes and stuff, Bubba? Are you familiar with Backrooms and all that? Like the lore? Because I really wasn't.
My friend tried to show it to me one night, and I was halfway paying attention to it.
I just went in kind of blind.
It seems like a fan service thing if you really care about that whole kind of thing. But
I tweeted out my review. I won't give it on the radio. If you want to look at it, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. And I don't like giving reviews before people have seen something typically. All right, go back to headlines. Sam says break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Friday to you all. Any plans this weekend? It's gonna be locked in on sports. Got anything exciting going on? Bubba, Sam, Cody, anybody?
I gotta go to a wedding.
How many people in your life get married? Do you go to a wedding every damn weekend?
You're telling me.
It's either a wedding or a golf tournament for you every other weekend.
You're telling me, brother.
You going to Nashville?
Yep.
I probably will too.
Maybe I'll ask you for a ride back from my wedding.
Where's it at?
Somewhere out in Nolensville.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. It's a ways out there.
Who's getting married? Just a college buddy, high school buddy?
One of my roommates, yeah.
Young.
That's what I'm telling you.
How old are you, 24 or 25?
25.
Well, 25 is older than 24, obviously.
He was a year older than me, too. So
okay. 26. I mean, I guess that's somewhat appropriate age to get married. It's not super young, I guess. It's weird. Like, you'll always kind of be 23 in my mind just because that's when we started working together. So, like, you'll kind of be stuck there until I ask and remember. I'm like, oh, yeah, we're all getting older.
Mm-hmm.
What about me?
I think you'll always just kind of be like 30.
What about when we're 60?
You'll be like dead.
Was I 30? But when we started, we were young.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think of you as an age, honestly. It might sound
I'm
weird.
just a
blob.
Being.
You're just a blob.
I'm just a mass. I'm just yeah.
No, it is weird. I don't think of you as an age.
I'm like a human asteroid.
Because you've always just seemed so much older with your voice. And then, yeah, I do start adding in the wear and tear you put on your body. I don't really have an age for you.
Yeah, what do you feel like mentally, physically, and then just?
I still feel 25 most of the time.
Whoa! You don't know any other lines?
Still raise a little Cain with the boys.
Anthony.
That is a good question, Sam.
Honky tonks
on how old you
and
feel
pretty women
versus how old you think you are.
Lord, I'm still right there with him. What a song.
That's a weird phenomenon as you get older.
What a great song. What phenomenon?
Just still feeling like you're in your late 20s versus being actually like 36. Sometimes it like hits me. Because I think my time stood still at 30, like for COVID. I'm like, I'm 30. I'm like, oh, I'm not. I'm 36.
I think you either get old or you stay young mentally. Like, I think some people, some guys are wired like old men when they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
It's just the way some guys are.
Well, also like having kids, getting married, and doing those type of life things.
I think it's important to stay around young people because that sounds kind of creepy, but
yeah, it does.
But I do think but it makes sense, it keeps you kind of fresh.
Sure.
It keeps you kind of, I mean, you like young women, of course. You have
Amen to that.
A young bride to be.
Yeah.
She'll be 21 soon. And, it makes you, keeps you feeling
a high school sweetheart. Everyone always told me to find a high school sweetheart, marry your high school sweetheart.
It keeps you with some fresh energy.
Well, you're a high school sweetheart, but somebody's high school sweetheart.
It's probably the same reason people have kids. Having kids probably makes you feel younger it's a different energy, whereas if you surround yourself with old people all the time, you become more like
young
them.
Person, though.
What?
Huh?
You'd be the young person amongst older people. Wouldn't that keep you feeling younger?
Probably not. It'd probably be the opposite. You gotta go eat at Cracker Barrel at 5:30.
I don't know. Obviously,
start going to bed earlier. You start.
I think that's pretty old.
Yeah, you go to those habits.
Obviously, you can take it too far. Like people talk about Mick Jagger as an example. Like he's always been just terrified of being old, and he hangs out with people like in their 20s and 30s because that's just who he is.
I felt bad for Jason Sudeikis. He was at a WNBA game. That's not why I felt bad for him, but he was at a WNBA game and he was wearing like a hoodie and like a hat and like that was it. And everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's 50 years old and he still dresses like this." And I'm like, "He's just wearing a damn hoodie." Like,
that's just what he feels.
Yeah, like what the hell's wrong with this guy wearing a hoodie? Like, he's supposed to wear when you turn 50, you wear a 3-piece suit to like sporting events.
It's really interesting to me because I got some friends who are around the same age, and some of them still seem youthful to me. Whereas some of them seem like they're just getting really old really fast. Yeah. And it's like,
life is crazy as a mind trick, like all these things. And like sports wise, it ties into that too. Like it's still crazy to me that we're talking so much about LeBron James. It's like, yeah, he's getting ready to turn 42. Why are we paying this guy any attention? Well, he's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, oh, James Harden, he can't guard anybody anymore. He's old. He's 37.
Are you guys familiar with that guy who wants to live forever?
Is it Brian Johnson?
Yeah.
The blood guy? Yeah.
Yeah, like takes the blood from like his kids or somebody or yeah. Yeah, he's weird looking though.
Weirdo.
Yeah, he's weird looking.
And he looks older than his age.
Does he?
Is he getting like blood transfusions?
Yeah.
Something like that. He's a weirdo, man.
I don't know if that really works or not.
He's like, his whole ultimate goal is to like try to raise awareness or try and figure out new scientific methods to be able to live forever.
Well, it's like the Clintons, consuming fetuses. I mean, they're trying to preserve their lifespan.
Well, it's not really working for them either because they all look really old too.
Well, I don't think it's about looking old for them. I think it's about just staying alive for a long time. Look at presidents.
Well, for the other guy, he wants to look young. That's why he's doing all that stuff. And it was fascinating. Like the 10 minutes I watched, I was like, okay, that's enough. I never want to think about that weirdo again.
How do you think this translates to professional sport leagues?
Well, I mean, I think
with,
you just see
young guys and young ladies in WNBA and NBA and stuff like that, and then it's like old veterans out there too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think in basketball and tennis, I mean, I think right now with the French Open going on, you see it with Djokovic. Like, I mean, he's still as good pretty much. I won't say as he's ever been, but he's still, I would imagine right now, the favorite to win the French Open. And he's, 39, 40 years old? That's not supposed to be the way that works. Compare him to like Roger Federer, who I don't feel like really won at all after he got the age of 36.
I'm hoping we reach the threshold of life preservation in my lifetime because I want to live to be 100. I want to live to be old.
You better start exercising.
Well, not if we reach the threshold of life preservation.
I feel like you've been on here multiple times saying, like, just give me to 70 and I'm good.
There's not a lot of consistency with his takes.
Well, yeah, there is. You just don't listen. I'm saying if you give me a certain number, I would lock in the deal, but I'd like to live longer. But if I'm being realistic, you know what I mean? I know the damage I've done.
Like even Steph Curry's 38 now. So, I mean, like you've definitely seen it from a basketball standpoint, guys be able to be elite for longer. Football, I don't know if we've really gotten there in football. We had Tom Brady, but like for now, I still view Tom Brady as an outlier. Are there any other like old Rodgers hasn't been good though. Like he's still playing. I'll give him credit for that. But like Brett Favre played till he was 41. Matthew Stafford's playing better than most 37-year-olds play. Like he won MVP at age 37. I can't imagine there's been too many guys that have done that in league history.
How about Adam Vinatieri?
Kicker's different.
Moving the goalpost.
No, because there
Quite
was
literally.
Was it Morton Anderson that whenever we were growing up?
Yeah, he was 68.
Yeah, he played till he was like 51. So I mean, like that wasn't necessarily new.
Zach writes in, he's 34, but feels 27 to 28.
That's kind of how I feel. I feel like I'm kind of locked right there. Like on days I feel old, I feel 30, but most of the time I still feel like 27, 28.
Shane says he's 52, but feels 22, or thinks he's 22, but feels like he's 82. So.
Well, that's what happens. Yeah, when you get older and you keep living like you're younger, yeah, but it hurts.
Yeah, you can't keep living the same way. Your body hurts more. And
which I will say, I was dreading that, trying to go down those water slides and stuff. I was like, man, I'm gonna
be sore.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel awful, but I really didn't. So I was pleasantly surprised by that.
Yeah,
the mind's a crazy thing. The body's a crazy thing. Life really is just wild.
A lot of it's mental.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
A lot of people die because they think they're gonna die. You just gotta say you're gonna keep living.
There is some truth to like just the positive thinking and like having positive outlooks on things. Mm-hmm. Bubba. Cody.
Don't lump me in with Bubba. I'm going to live forever. Like the highwayman.
Having a little positivity could go a long way.
I got the Mickey Mantle gene.
Pete Nakos wrote about Chaz Coleman. Arguably the biggest on-field news of the week in college football is Tennessee edge Chaz Coleman. The transfer is yet to report to Knoxville for summer workouts as of Friday morning. He was absent for the second half of the volunteer spring practice, and his status with the program moving forward is unclear. Voluntary workouts are underway. Let's see here. There was another one that William sent me that had him writing about it. Chaz has been dealing with some things. That was a Josh Heupel quote. Let's see. Status of the Vols program is unclear moving forward.
Yeah, go on get. I'm with Sam. These Chaz Coleman updates
I agree.
Are for me what Lane Kiffin is for you.
I think, well, here's what the reason I brought it back up is because I was going to say I think there's going to be 3 stories that we talk about on Monday.
Advancing to the Super Regionals.
Hopefully, hopefully it's just not being eliminated. Like, would you lock in getting to Monday night right now, Sam? Would you lock that in? Or would you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Softball national championship.
Well, that won't be by Monday.
No, but it'll be on the horizon.
Beating Texas Tech is next up. We play Texas Tech on Saturday, which I'm ready to go head-to-head with Jason Williams.
It should be Taylor Panel's dad.
Yeah.
That Jason Williams, that can be secondary. Maybe just hit her just for the sake of like it's been funny seeing it happen.
Does she just crowd the plate like crazy?
I think she does, yeah.
Okay. Because I thought Florida was hitting her, but then like she got hit with like a 60-mile-an-hour like kind of pitch yesterday.
I'm starting a narrative. She leans into the pitches.
Yeah, she might, but hell, it works out for her. But yeah, so we had one of our best players, if not our best like position player.
Our team does not like Texas Tech like at all. I don't think Karen Weekly likes their head coach. Our team does not like Taylor Panel.
The dad acted like a complete work.
Do they still have that pitcher?
Najari Kanadi, yeah.
Yeah, she's still there.
And they have the girl from UCLA that we beat last year.
Okay. Why weren't they better? Why are they just an 11 seed? Because I just assumed they were going to like run the sport whenever they had all those high dollar transfers, but it seemed like they were a little disappointing. Do we think we beat them on Saturday?
Damn right we're going to beat them.
I hope so.
Because I was wondering, I didn't know if that picture was there or if she had left. Because I mean, I thought
she's there.
I thought she was like the best or second best in the country, depending on how you feel about her versus.
I can't wait
Pickens.
for that game.
Yeah,
I'm fired up, man.
And they have
wake up, cook some scrambled eggs, take a little walk, powder that muffler, and sit right down on the couch with a big tall glass of iced tea.
Powder that muffler? What the hell does that mean?
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
Sit down on the couch with a nice big glass of iced tea.
I thought you just said you're going to Nashville.
In Nashville,
I don't know yet what I'll do.
Okay.
You never
Game's
know.
at 3:00, so you got a lot of time to get ready on Saturday. We'll have that. We'll have whatever happens with the baseball, and I do think by the time we come back on Monday, my weekend prediction is that we have broken up with Chaz Coleman. I imagine we have our resolution by Monday.
Shane also writes that he had a heart attack when he was 31.
Oh, damn.
Jeez. Says before that he didn't feel much different than when he was in his 20s.
Until the heart attack?
Yeah. Heart attack at 31. That's crazy.
That's scary.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not 31. Eric says, got to keep moving, boys. I'm 35 and in pretty good shape. But he says he sprinted for a while, decided he'd try. He was sore for 3 days. And then Matt says he doesn't feel much different between 28 and 35.
The sprinting thing is wild. Like, I don't know if I guess we sprinted last year for the fantasy race. I won the race against my peers. I don't view Sam as a peer. Sam's a younger, in shape.
You won the race against the 300-pound guys.
I won the race. I'd beat your ass in a race too, buddy. So
I didn't claim any different.
Yeah.
Again, I'm one of the 300-pound guys.
Yeah. They weren't all 300 pounds.
Walker's 300 pounds.
Jace ain't 300 pounds.
Yeah, Jace used to be 300 pounds.
Well, he wasn't anymore.
He's 300 pounds at heart.
He was about 250. Hell, they got 12 years on me.
Yeah.
Dusted them. Those are my peers. Sam, not my peer. So I won that race. That was the last time I sprinted. But, I'm trying to lock back in, stay consistent in the gym, and I did pull a hamstring a couple of days ago just walking on a slight incline. So
that's why you got to powder that muffler.
I guess I should have powdered that muffler.
I think I want to get in on like the Chinese stretching and like longevity things that they do.
Yeah? What are those? Just like yoga,
Just
or
like,
they have special? Just the hands up?
Yeah, they're just waving their arms all around.
Yeah. I tried to do.
Apparently, it just helps with like blood flow in your body and like releases muscle tension and stuff. I see all these videos on the internet.
Yeah, I
see
that too. And then I saw another trend. I was like, you got to jump 100 times every morning, which I tried to get on that. But then one day, I think I slept the wrong way, and my foot was hurting so bad. Like, because I don't know if it's from like sleeping flat, like where my foot gets flat, or if it's like if I hang it over the edge. Because sometimes I like hanging over the edge. But my foot was hurting so damn bad for about a week.
Arthritis.
I don't think it was arthritis because it doesn't ever really affect me. That was the first time it really affected me that way. But I was like, did I sleep on it wrong?
I got Richard Simmons over here. What's going on?
So it kind of put an end to my jumping.
I think for Texas Tech softball, it's one, them losing, like they were shut out in their championship title game against Arizona State. And then also apparently they weren't too great in the RPI.
Yeah, it's like, does the Big 12 just suck at softball and they didn't have like enough good games? Or what was their record? How many games did they lose this year?
I think they only lost 3 games.
Oh, okay.
They probably just didn't play like Tennessee went out and played a gauntlet of non-conference to start the season.
So kind of like the football team.
You still got that Y membership?
Texas's softball team should have been like, hey, we dominate Texas Tech schedule. No, I had you a free membership. You never used it.
Well, I told you about the time that I got
58-7 overall, 21-3 in the conference.
He got bullied by a high school lifeguard.
A
high school lifeguard bullied him, said, "Sir, there's no swimming."
I got in the pool at the time the kids were doing their swimming lessons. I didn't realize the pool was closed, and the lifeguard didn't tell me until I took my shirt off and jumped in the water. And then the lifeguard said, "Sir, the pool is closed." I'm like, "Did you not see me removing my shirt and bringing the towel and taking my shoes off? Could you not have told me then before I got wet?"
That is a pretty funny story.
It's ridiculous.
Also, you being there with those little kids is a little weird, but
well, I didn't know they were doing swimming lessons. I thought the pool was open for swimming. I don't know.
Last call on the other side. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Last call here on the program, brought to you by SM Athletics. If you need to make a call to get some gear, call the folks at SM Athletics for your sports team, your club, your organization. 866-966-3434 or online at smathletics.com. Didn't get to it, but as a part of Pete Nakos' update, he did have this to say about Faison Brandon. Said that according to his sources, Brandon has positioned himself to, quote, truly compete for the job and potentially start week 1, which I feel like is at least not a nothing comment. If the momentum has gotten to that point where they're praising Faison specifically, as he said.
I feel like we kind of accepted that Faison's the leader in the clubhouse now.
I think we accept that locally, but I do think it's different when it gets to a national level.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know more here locally than they do nationally in terms of our finger on the pulse of the ins and outs. But like the national guys still control the narrative because the national guys are getting stuff from Tennessee basically and getting stuff that Tennessee is okay putting out. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, it's not like a secret anymore that Faison Brandon's kind of the leader now.
Right. Like
could put it together locally, but when Nakos is doing it, it's like, all right, this has some legitimacy to it.
And the way he wrote, he said, staying with Tennessee, Heupel was highly complimentary of quarterbacks George McIntyre and Faison Brandon on Wednesday. Speaking on Brandon specifically, the head coach said the freshman has had a great offseason, and then went on to say that the rest of that stuff. So like again, the national guys, they put out the narrative that Tennessee is comfortable with it being out there. Like there's a reason Nakos had that in his update.
I'm picking up what you putting down.
Yeah. So You know, I've said it.
I want to go to Monell's, Sam. You don't go to Monell's Sunday?
Faison going to be the starter. Bubba, what do we miss today?
Daniel Jones has a girlfriend.
What's his name?
He's not married?
Nope.
She's good looking, though.
Red flag for Daniel Jones not being married while in the NFL as a quarterback.
If I was him, I'd be getting with that girl with the clipboard on the sideline, Ursay's granddaughter or whatever.
Isn't his girlfriend, Bubba, the daughter of the guy who did his surgery, though?
Oh, nice.
I think that's kind of a power move.
Yeah, I guess Ursay wasn't that old, was he? He just looked like he was 80. Cocaine.
I just think you're underestimating how old the daughter looks.
Well, she's
like, I'd say she's
like 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't be a 40-year-old granddaughter.
Well, no, I guess I was thinking Ursay was older.
I will say, yeah, the doctor. Oh, no, wait, that's his ex-girlfriend. Okay, where's the new girlfriend? That's his ex-girlfriend. Where's it at? New girlfriend. Okay, let's see.
Jim Ursay.
Daniel Jones' girlfriend revealed with birthday wish. He returns to the field. Let's see what this girl looks like.
Oi, oi, oi.
We got Puka Nacua speaking that he's grateful to the Rams for the support after the lawsuit. We've got big news happening in MLB.
I'm not saying this girl's not attractive, Sam, but I did feel like you oversold her a little bit, at least in the picture I see here. Cute. Don't get me wrong.
Let me see.
Good looking girl. Don't get me wrong, but Daniel Jones is the winner in this.
Can
scenario.
you zoom in on her face?
I can't. You just got to look. Don't put your grubby paws on my computer. I told you not to touch it.
You got a pop-up ad.
Just forget it. You lost the privilege.
Yeah, she looked pretty to me.
She's cute. I was just expecting like a 10 out of 10 when Sam told me that how good looking she was. She's pretty. Don't get me wrong. But like a standard NFL quarterback. Text me that. Screenshot.
I just sent it to you on Twitter.
Okay. On Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, don't get me wrong. She's a good-looking girl, but she's the girlfriend of a quarterback. I'm going to assume she's
certain good looking. Sam?
Let's see here.
I'll send it to you too on Twitter.
The picture you sent me on Twitter, she is much more attractive than the picture of them at the horse race together.
Powdered muffler, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's a beautiful girl.
Oh, hell yeah.
The picture I saw, nothing
show
special.
For the audience here. There you go, folks. This is
You are looking live.
You are looking live at Daniel Jones's new girlfriend.
Is this even the same girl?
Brent Musburger turned 87.
I'm gonna send you.
Good for him.
I'm gonna send you this picture, Sam, on your text, and you tell me if you even think this is the same girl.
You are looking live at a great wreck.
Maybe she is. Maybe she ain't.
I mean, this is from one of those aggregator football accounts, so it could be wrong. ML football, we never know. That doesn't look like the same girl at all.
It doesn't look like the same girl, right?
That also doesn't look like Daniel Jones recently, though, either, I feel like. Does he have the long hair still? I feel like that was him at Duke.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is from a New York Post article written yesterday, so I assume it's
that definitely doesn't really look like the same girl.
But you agree with what I'm saying? That girl doesn't look anything special. Cute. Bubba, go ahead. You got a couple minutes. Sorry.
I was going to say that the MLB owners proposed the first salary cap since 1994.
Yeah, we're going to a lockout in baseball.
We hope so.
Yeah, like we're going to a lockout because it does feel like those the way they're trying to impose this lockout seems like there's no way this is going to happen.
And the Savannah Bananas are going to rise up even more.
$171 million floor, which means teams have to spend at least $170 million, which there's going to be a lot of teams mad about that have like $70 million payrolls. With a ceiling at 245, some of these teams have like $300, $400, $500 million payrolls. No, a hard cap means you can't go over that.
I think I saw it was like 8 teams would have to reduce their payroll.
Yeah, so like you got to just give the players away.
Essentially,
just give it away.
Yeah, they just grandfathered in. They get to cheat for a couple of years. Like,
I don't know how that works.
All right, good job by you guys. We'll see if we're still playing on Monday. Hell, maybe we're headed to, either Texas A&M or hosting a super regional.
Apologies to Brian, the DoorDash driver.
You need to still be a man and apologize to him personally. Be a man.
This is a public apology.
You called and made him feel bad.
Send him a text.
You want to call him, be a jackass, and put him on the radio trying to embarrass him.
And Tony Basilio up next.
The least you could do is give him an apology.